Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, or whatever time zone it is, whether you're in the world. It is your Lord and Saviour, surrounded by these gorgeous chuckle fucks as we carry on with another episode of our Rage Across New York Werewolf the Apocalypse Revised Edition Campaign Chronicle thing. Or at this point, it's pretty much Girls' Night Woohoo, which I absolutely love. As I said in a short not too long ago, I think it's pretty wild that this sort of community has been developed around all this. It's been really nice to see. So a little, again, appreciation is needed from everybody in chat and Discord, YouTube, and anywhere and everywhere on the social medias. It's been really great. But enough of all that sentimental stuff. We need to get back to completely fucking up these cast of characters as we see what sort of horrors we're going to throw at them as well. The Apocalypse is, of course, a game of urban horror. So what happened last time? Well, the main portion of last week's or the previous session's campaign is that the Right Master Pond Skater took everybody out to the train station. Taking a bunch of autistics out to see some trains. Like, who could have planned a better outing? It was going to be really simple, I'm sure. No, they got sort of stuck in the penumbra for a little bit as Dolly failed their gnosis roll to sidestep, and they got all webbed up by a pattern spider. Not that the characters know that, or maybe they do, who knows. Our glass walker, Nadia, made an attempt to try and, make a negotiation thing. It worked for a little bit, and then the pattern spider, being the little weaver shithead that it is, decided it was going to turn on everyone, and then by the combination of Kenzie and Dolly, decided they were going to punt it to Kingdom fucking Come. Then they began the main portion of their trip to the Penumbra in the New York subway, where Pond Skater just gave them the task of, basically observing, seeking things out, and just dealing with whatever they may well find. He wasn't very specific with things, sort of like a little test to see if our Garou could just identify and deal with spirit shenanigans, and which they did, because they were able to detect the unpleasant aura of an individual by the name of Alan. And the three girls descended from the heavens, popped out of the penumbra, and a combination of kindness and carousion, I should say. That's not a word, but it is. They were able to make him feel a bit loved and happy and give him something worth to live for. Meanwhile, on the other side of the penumbra, our Ragabash, Bone Nora, 14-year-old child, got into great combat with a Bane that was sucking off the life force of this individual and managed to defeat it pretty easy, because the fucker here rolled 10 successes on combat at one point and just took a really well planned established combat I was expecting a good chunk of the pack to be dealing with, and just took it in 2 turns, because that's fine, that's typical Ragabash behaviour apparently. That's just sort of where we left things off, honestly. And I said before I hit the magical record button that there's quite a lot of things that we need to get through in this session, so unless there is anything particularly urgent that you lot would want to do with Alan or anything else in between, I think I will move forward into what I'm going to start off with here. So, is there anyone within the Gal Pal troop thing would want to do regarding Alan at MC Donald's, or just anything in general?
Honestly, I think you just leave it at we treated him to some McDonald's and made sure he was doing better.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Nadia's not done.
Alright, what's Nadia doing? I did expect you were going to be doing something, though.
Well, Nadia has contacts,
Hmm.
and she doesn't have the background contacts. She actually has an ally. Don't worry about it. She at one point is going to excuse herself, call this person, and express 2 things. One, that she found this person, that they're in need, all this stuff. That she's trying to set them up with something more permanent.
Hmm.
See if maybe my good friend would be able to help me. And even if not, I'm still going to give this guy enough money to be able to live at least in a hotel for several days, and convey that, give my phone number, etc., with we're going to make sure that you don't end up on the street again.
Alright, I won't play out this interaction just because of the things they said previously, but he is very moved by that gesture, and he was, he be offering to help you out with anything that you need because he's a delivery person. So if you're willing to take up that offer, you can mark down 1 dot of contacts on your character sheet.
Oh,
Very nice.
sure. I wasn't expecting to go.
The same will go. The same will go to the other gals as well, because he just feels that the 3 of you are just angels. So it's a bit frightening of you, Dolly, because of the whole rage thing. But you know how nice everything's been. It's like clearly being tested or whatever. So if the 2 of you could give yourself 1 dot of contact for Alan. So we'll, as you are doing that, I'll say that you've all reconvened Pond Skater with like congratulated, all shared the quote-unquote horror stories of everything that has transpired. Pond Skater's made some notes, etc. and so forth. And we're going to push forward the plot a little bit now. We did this on the 16th of June. I'm now going to put this on the 18th of June. So a whole 2 days have passed. Or rather, a whole 2 nights. For as we find our pack around the Great Green, all sleeping in the Sept in Central Park, as they have been now for some time, most notably Kenzie, who is...
I haven't been sleeping in the park for a while now. I got an apartment after the right.
Well...
You asked me, what were you doing? And I... just bringing that up.
Okay, well, I will mention, more often than not, that you have been there. You know, with you being of such the low ranking that you are, you would be expected more so there than everything else.
Ah. Cool.
Compromises. So on this particular night, we'll have the whole, the pack there with the whole rest of the Sept sleeping there. And who should I pick on for this activity?
Oh, God.
Kenzie, thank you so much. You fell for it yet again.
Bring it on!
Yeah, you just can't help yourself sometimes. So, can I have you roll for me a perception and survival?
Ooh, survival, you'd say?
That I did.
Well, I can absolutely do that for you. I failed. No successes.
Well, that was a strange thing for me to ask you then. We'll now move on to the person who that was referring to, with what I was going to... Oh, wow, that was not how I expected that to go. Okay, so you, Ezra, you feel something tapping on the back of your leg.
I'm in helmet form, I assume?
I'll let you choose as it's night time. What would you feel most comfortable sleeping in?
Lupus.
As I presumed. So, Lupus thought...
My foot probably just, like, kind of darts for a second. I might just assume it's, like, one of the other pack mates or Sept members just accidentally, like, kicking up against me while we're resting.
If you go to turn and look to see what's going on, you actually find it's not a hand or a leg, but a stick.
Garou?
Just imagine that. Oh, just turning around. You faintly follow the line upwards, Dean and Lupus from your sight in the night. It's just a pinch better, I believe. And it's Pond Skater in his breed form, which is Cryonospawn. Looks more like a shriveled anorexic goat than it does wolf, just because of circumstances. That third eye on his forehead is very apparent. Still clutching onto that stick that looks a little bit small now, but he's like poking it as if you were a dead animal, waiting for some sort of response. He sees that you're awake, and clamping with his jaw, just very brutishly says, "Get back. It is time." And just wanders off.
Because Ezra has been taught this gesture and really wants to use it, for a second they go to give thumbs up, and then they remember they're in Lupus form, so it's just...
Unsure what it's doing, Pond Skater will just wave and then just shuffle over towards the general direction of the pond, which isn't that far from where you're all sleeping.
Okay, I will go ahead and wake up the rest of my pack then.
Who are you going to wake up first?
Ollie.
Hmm.
Huh?
What's the method of waking up Dolly?
Just kind of poking her head with my muzzle.
I'd say that Dolly would be able to feel that quite firmly, I should say. I presume that you're in Homid
Yeah.
form?
Oh yeah, that's where I feel most comfortable sleeping.
Hmm.
But I'll kind of go, ooh, oh, hi, what's going on?
Um, I probably should shift back into Hamid form at least in order to speak, huh? Um,
It'd be funnier if you didn't, though.
it would be funnier if I didn't. I would just kind of gesture away, just kind of like tilt my head.
Oh, do you need me for something?
Nod.
Yeah, I'll kind of reach up and scratch behind your ears for a second, and then I'll get up. All right,
And
I'm
then I will
coming.
go and find Nadia.
Nadia's in her own tent. It is not open. Just so you know.
I'm gonna unzip it for Ezra so she can wake you up.
Okay. I was about to say that tent was not going to exist for much longer.
I mean, those are the alternatives, either peace or violence.
And then I repeat the same gesture.
Cool. You get slapped like an alarm clock.
You just hear like a sad wounded.
I think at that point it's like just the hand is like seeking, like grabs your face and like squeeze, like you just feel like a sliding motion over your nose, like uh, it will take more than that. I'll just say that much.
I'll just like get your attention for a second, Ezra, and I will direct you to, put some more weight on her.
No, alright.
Gently, gently. I'm like gentle. Do it gentle.
Okay. I go ahead and sit on Nadia's legs.
Fair enough.
What time is it? Like, how early is it?
It's 1 in the morning.
No, no, leave. No, no, I don't care. Good night. She lays back down.
I proceed to sit on her legs completely.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight
Just
on your
still
legs
staring
there.
intently.
Yeah, wolves are pretty big. You can't shove her off pretty easily.
No, I'm stuck. I'm just doing my best to ignore her. I'm looking away. Just nope.
I'm gonna call in and go, Nadia, she needs us to help her with something. You need to get up.
Uh, fine.
I'm actually looking for Nadia's boots as she's being roused awake by our wolfy friend.
Where would Nadia keep her boots?
They are right next to the exit. Basically, everything is kind of in a pile, set in the order that she would put it on.
Yeah, I'll pass over your boots to you and go, come on. She's being awfully polite about it. She was about to tear your tent open until I intervened.
You'd pay for that.
Just head tilt.
This better be fucking good. Okay. Just goes and it's like, I think actually at that point, okay, I'm getting up. Leave. The girl needs to get dressed.
Okay. And then I go to find Kenzie.
Where would Kenzie usually be sleeping?
Izzy is straight up just posted on a park bench right now with a pair of sunglasses covering their eyes and their jacket acting as a blanket.
That's exactly
Okay.
what I envisioned.
This time I decided to take the more subtle approach and I just kind of take the jacket in my teeth and just kind of slowly start to tug it away.
Hmm.
Well, 5 more minutes, Mom. Come on. Kenzie tries to wrangle the jacket back.
I'm not letting you go.
I think at that point, Kenzie will actually fall off the park bench with the jacket before finally opening their eyes. Oh, morning, Ezra. Need something?
I gesture again towards where Pond Skater was beckoning.
Oh, you want us to... alright, you want us to follow you. Alright, give me a sec. Kenzie will get up, dust themselves off, take off the fucking sunglasses, put them in their pocket, and just pick up the jacket, dust it off too, and put it on. Thanks for waking me up. Wait, did you wake the others up yet?
We're all next door.
Oh, so you are. Alright, forget anything I may have said in my sleep, and let's get going, shall we?
Yeah, Chum didn't hear anything. Let's go.
As you're slowly and carefully and perhaps quietly seeing the other members of your pack asleep in their various different forms, mostly Homid, the 2 Lupus outside of Ezra, Stonewall and Spotlight, all in there. Everyone else is in their Homid form except for those 2. Can I have each of you roll your gnosis for me, please?
Oh, fun.
Difficulty 4.
Oh, alright. 3 successes.
Oh, that is a fat natural 1.
Oh my god!
Fucking
you
hell.
Tradition continues.
Right. 2 for Nadia, 3 for Kenzie.
Did you roll Clyde?
I did. I got... Okay, so... 1 success.
Okay. So, with the exception of Dolly, who...
Oh, wait, no, I
botched-
read that wrong. 2 successes.
Okay, so... Yeah, so everyone with the exception of Dolly feel, to use the line from a small independent film, you feel a disturbance in the force. For Kenzie, who scored 3 successes, the air itself feels electric, that there is something very different in the atmosphere. Like your skin, your fingers, your hands seem to be a running as if a swarm of fire ants has just made itself at home on your body. You haven't felt like this before. This is very strange. Stranger still, however, Dolly, that as you begin to wake and come to and feel a little bit, you see strobes of flashing white, followed by a clap of thunder that disorients you. Can I have you roll stamina for me, please?
Sure. Standard difficulty, I'm assuming?
Yep, standard diff. 6.
I got 2 successes, thankfully.
Yeah, and with this disorientation, you do actually feel a little dizzy. Like something is pushing and shoving you about, and at some point you hear like a crow cawing as well. It's very it's your level of weirdness. But other than that, there's no harm to you physically or mentally. It's just all of a sudden you are being attacked by something, it seems.
Yeah, Kenzie will actually pat down their arms a bit, like, does anyone else feel like fucking fire ants are crawling up their skin right now?
I feel like I got flashbanged.
You're having flashbangs. Oh.
She actually looks a little bit dizzy.
Come here. Kenzie will actually go over, like, kind of like let you lead on them for a bit. Come on, don't fucking follow me now. That'd be pretty fucking embarrassing for you.
You laugh at me.
I would, but I'm pretty sure you'd get angry if I did.
It would be kind of funny though.
It would.
And I'll go ahead and lean on them a little bit.
The strobing lights fades a little bit. The thunder stops. The crows disappear into the ether. But there's almost a wan sense that something up or below you, maybe to the side, is heavily judging you, Dolly. And this sensation for you fades when you reach Pond Skater, who's now once again looking like his usual Homid self, only this time he's not wearing the bad wig that you so frequently see. He has next to no natural hair of his own, so that eye of his is still front and centre, unblinking, very unnerving. He looks a lot more awake than everyone here, and he will just go, "I am sorry for disturbing your beauty sleeps. You all look rough. But you feel that. This fire in the air, yes?"
Yeah, feels like something's crawling on me right now, actually.
Yes, that is good. Embrace it. Recognize what that is looking like. That is Gaia. The spirits are alive. Always alive, always constant. You are feeling at one a bit with Gaia in this point. Oh, my pack, this is a very exciting time for all of you. It is time for your totem to be chosen. Come, we have much to explore. And he just sort of vanishes again into thin air.
Has anybody ever told Nadia what a totem is? Do I have any clue, or is it just like, what?
I would assume your mentor probably told you.
I assume, but I'm double checking, because it seems like they don't tell us much.
Cool, let's make this a fun little activity and see how much the pack remembers. Everybody roll for me intelligence and occult.
Oh, fun. I have no doubts in the cult. Fuck
Cool,
me.
you're doing it at +2 difficulty at difficulty 8, my amigo. Everybody else is going to do it at difficulty
Yep.
6. That is, of course,
Don't have a cult either.
Okay, so you're doing it at +8 as well.
I also don't have a cult.
You're doing it
Am I the
as
only-
well.
Am I the only one with a cult?
Yep.
I'm a computer major.
It's
The
almost
only
as if
person
Who's a wolf?
it's almost as if the rest of us weren't raised in Garou culture, Kenzie.
Can
I
I use
do have-
deduction for this?
Yeah, alright. As I'm imagining you explaining with Nadia like a thought process, I think you're trying to work out what the fuck is... I'll allow that as a specialty for you. Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Cool.
Yeah, I am going to go ahead and use a willpower just to be safe.
Sounds like a sensible enough idea.
That wasn't needed. I got 2 more successes, so 3 successes.
Cool. 3 for thee.
I got one success.
Right.
Guess who had her first botch?
Oh, god!
No.
Nadia has no fucking clue. This was
Mm.
probably mentioned at one point. She just like, what the fuck are they talking about?
We'll go with you first, actually. How are you feeling about all of this right now?
Nadia's had an ever-present feeling that somebody, somewhere, one of these people at all times is there just to fuck with her or make her miserable.
Hmm.
And right now, that feeling has gone from the normal, like, kind of background 2 or 3 to, like, 11.
Oh.
Interesting. Can you make a rage check for me, please?
Please don't rage, Nadia, please.
So that's a
By the way,
I don't know because I know your success is determined, when you get a rage in this case. So I think this is a good thing.
Did you roll more than 4?
I only rolled 2 dice. I only got 2 right now.
Okay. Out of the higher of your pool, your rage pool, because you've got temporary and permanent, which one of those two is higher? Okay.
They're the same right now.
Okay, awesome
I got
source.
2 and a 1.
Awesome. Sorry, Calliope, you were going to say something.
I was going to ask, is our temporary rage the same as it was last time, or do we roll again?
Same as last time.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, with you, Nadia, you just feel really pissed off with this free-eyed, culturally appropriative dickhead with a stick that's got your pack to wake you up. You can't have every 5 minutes without something going wrong in your life, just rah! But you're able to contain yourself, knowing that lashing out in the most violent of autistic meltdowns would probably not be a good idea right about now. Dolly, you're the only one who got 3 successes, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Cool. Kenzie, you sort of... Maybe it's because you're half asleep, it's not quite coming to you at the moment, a bit slow on the catch, but I think Kenzie would probably work out eventually. Dolly, you are able to pick up this pretty quickly, perhaps because you now realise what all that thundering was and the lightning. Oh, right, this is Grandfather Thunder being a right old dickhead. The totem is a big spiritual entity that's going to, in this context, guide your pack through your mission. And they're going to choose. Well, there's probably one more, who knows. Some spirit or spirits are going to try and gain your favour, and vice versa.
Alright.
Now, do you share this information with everybody who's really confused right now?
I'm going to check and see who's confused first.
Everyone, by the looks of it.
I'm gonna lean forward and go, hey, remember when you were told that you would eventually get a totem?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Still kind of half asleep. Brain's not really working.
Yeah.
What?
She'll kind of pat Kenzie's head and look at my fellow Hamid and my lupus friend here. I'll go, the spirit that'll guide our pack, that'll help us out in the future. It's time to pick one.
Like cockroach, rat, those ones. You know, we have a tribe totem, but we also get a pack totem from what I've heard.
Nadia, remember that big fuck-ass spirit we saw in the lake after our rites finished?
What?
You were at the river with Tanaska, right?
Yeah.
Did she talk about something called Mira?
Oh no, I saw Mira. She hugged me. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a totem. A very powerful spirit.
Dolly paid attention in class. The rest of y'all are slacking.
I'm just... Kenzie's just tired.
Yeah,
When you carve with wood. Oh,
okay. I'm gonna be glancing down at Ezra to make sure she's comprehending what's going on.
With that, am I okay to go ahead and shift back into helmet form?
You may. So give me stamina and primal urge.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask, Kenzie, what you're in Homid form, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Because sleeping Kredos form is a big no-no to the Veil.
Yeah, well, somebody should have told Ponscator that, as that's how he greeted Ezra.
Yeah.
Fantastic. 5 successes.
Awesome. So buttery smooth that experience is. Snap, crackle, and pop. You're one with the wind, as they say. So, you probably know where this is going to go by now, with Ponscator vanishing like that. He sidestep into the penumbra, so we're going to make another one of those fun little gnosis rolls, and it's going to be, again, difficulty 4.
2 successes.
Awesome sauce.
Alright, let's see how I fare this time.
I swear to God.
Let's go.
I'm assuming we can't use willpower on Gnosis rolls, right?
I don't know, if I'm being totally honest. Let's see.
I'll hold off for a minute.
Sure. Skim reading the rules, I can't see a rule saying you can't use that. I don't see willpower being mentioned at all, so I would assume that you can. Yeah, I'll allow it, because I can't see willpower being mentioned at all, so yeah, you can spend some willpower here.
Thank you very much. So that guarantees me at least one success here.
Yep.
I will say,
And
Nadia does not go over until Dolly gets over, because Nadia has noticed somebody has some trouble and wants to make sure that, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it's a funny that I did that though, because I rolled a 5, so it's 2 successes.
Cool. What did Ezra get?
I got 3.
Awesome.
Just one.
Okay. Alright, so, something that I have neglected previously, only because I forgot this was a thing, depending on the number of successes that you get, actually determines how quickly you pass through. So to anybody who got 1 success, it's going to take you about 5 minutes to properly phase your way through. For those who got 2 successes, it's about 30 seconds, and anybody who got 3 and more is instantaneous. So, did anyone get 1?
I think just
Oh,
Nadia.
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tired, grumpy, preoccupied, everybody's waiting for you. No, Ponscator doesn't seem annoyed by this, it happens, but he just seems very excited and just, eager to get going. And when you all do move through, you've been through the penumbra of Central Park quite a bit now. You've been through the day, you've been through the night. You kind of know what to expect, except tonight, because the sky is practically a fiery red with the stars and the constellations. Everything feels a lot more vibrant. Kenzie, that feeling of fire ants running across your skin, you all kind of feel that. Nadia, this is very much akin to how you felt on the night of your first change. It's very alive, like there is something very different with everything that's going on, and it's like overwhelming of the senses. And as your spirits settle within the penumbra of the Caern, your senses work overtime as these marvels just unfold before you. The grass and trees sway in the breeze, and the scent of ichor twirl and dance through your clothes and raise the tiny hairs on your arms. The air sings with stars above, alight with a violent violet and reds, with irregular stars chasing each other as if to rush to the seats for a show most spectacular. Why the penumbra is reacting this way is unknown to you. It doesn't make sense, yet it is clearly marking something very special. You all note in your own ways that you should not necessarily believe everything that you see tonight. As you adjust to the world around you, 3 notable sights catch your attention. First, standing in the centre of Turtle Pond is a bright white unicorn, still and motionless, yet the water ripples as if the horse itself is vibrating. She casts a large shadow which only seems to grow if you don't meet her gaze. The pond is not the only waters that cannot rest tonight, as behind you the Hudson River crashes and roars like it's a stormy night at sea, and should you turn to face the music and look up, the undeniable presence of the planet Neptune hangs low in the sky, as if she is trying to claim the water for herself. But perhaps the most usual sight tonight is the Statue of Liberty to the south. That is, until you remember that you cannot actually see her in the Caern penumbra or in the park proper. She is located 6 miles south from here and is usually obstructed by buildings and trees. Tonight she towers above them all. And finally, and possibly most worryingly, you're all feeling observed. Not a malicious glare, mind you, but the expectation of many demanding unity. And Pond Skater is just watching this, all of your reactions all at once to everything around you. Right.
I think
Choose. Explore. See what the world has to offer you. And he takes a step back away from it all and is just excitingly watching you all.
I think my first instinct is to just kind of do like what a kid does. I'm looking around in awe at everything.
Same.
Hmm.
But Kenzie's also slightly transfixed on the unicorn as well.
Without thinking, Ezra isn't even like taking time to like look around at all. She's just immediately entranced by this unicorn and kind of starts to walk towards it a little bit.
Hmm. I'll deal with that interaction in just a moment. What's Nadia thinking about all of this? Because I saw some pretty interesting faces.
Good. Nadia, there's a lot of her that is just kind of like in wonder. But she's spending a lot of time right now dealing with the entire lifetime of symbolism and all these things that she learned thinking she was human. And red skies usually don't mean good things. That's bad. That's end of world, nuclear apocalypse, horrible shit. And so her first reaction to that is like, oh, no. So she's kind of going. She's jittery. She is jittery as all hell and just kind of going back and forth. She keeps trying to remember, like, okay, everyone says that I just taught about this, and she keeps thinking about it, and nothing. It's gone. She just doesn't have any memories about this. Trying to ground herself in some knowledge that she just doesn't have.
Nadia? Nadia?
Yeah.
Is this anxiety showing on your face?
Nadia has only really one method for, shall we say, fooling other people, and that is going utterly neutral.
Do I need to roll a perception to figure out what you're feeling?
I think that's appropriate, like there's a disturbance in the force, so to speak. So, rolls I'm going to have you both do. If you, Nadia, can roll for me wits and expression. Actually, no, manipulation and expression. And Dolly, you can roll perception and expression, I think. Nadia, you make your roll at difficulty 6. Dolly, you make yours at difficulty 7, because I believe the person you're trying to work out has a lot of experience of, like, pushing their feelings to a big old box and chains. Yeah.
Nadia, not the best at lying, but very good at being like, oh, don't worry, I'm fine, while not fine.
You just let me know what you roll.
Yeah.
1 success.
Damn, that's another 3 successes for me. Woohoo!
Yeah, so, yeah, you can definitely tell that Nadia is... The neutral is more of a response rather than how they're genuinely feeling right now. Because with everybody as dazed as they are, and Nadia seems to be very neutral, there's very clearly something up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything to her. I'm just gonna reach over and take her hand and give it a reassuring squeeze.
Oh, she's sweating. This is probably the first sign of actual nerves. It's like there's just a little bit of a tremor. There is, yeah.
I'll give your hand another squeeze and go. You're okay. Everything's okay.
She, with her best neutral face, it kind of gives a nod, and you feel her relax a little bit.
I'll gesture my head towards the unicorn and where Ezra's going and go.
Yeah.
Might as well see what she's up to.
Should do it together, right? This is a together thing? This is a together thing, right?
I'll glance at Kenzie and see what they're doing first.
Kenzie is also just letting you guys talk this out, following right behind Ezra, because they want to go see the unicorn.
I guess we're seeing the unicorn then.
Alright. Let's go see the apparently not mythical creature that likes virgins.
So basically,
I'll
everyone here.
Yeah, I'll raise a brow and go, that's so funny you say that. Come on.
He just goes, work on it.
Now, Ezra, who has left quite some time ago, I imagine that you would be already there with all of this that's going on. Turtle Pond is a fairly deep pond, but you're able to walk on it as if it was either a puddle or you're LARPing as Jesus. I'll let you decide your poison. As you're walking through, little ripples into the water pushing themselves out as you make your gentle steps. Probably a bit of a timid sort of thing. Ezra, I think, is just like, oh, one track mind, go and see the unicorn. So they're not really thinking about the logistics of things. But as you're walking through, if you were to look down, you see that the water is like a sparkling and vibrant blue. You can see tiny little white mice just like climbing and swimming all over each other. Nadia, you have seen this before. This was the dream of yours, of your.
I'm not looking down.
That makes sense. Well, it's there. There's no ostrichines going to help you out here. Now, Ezra, as you are there first, I imagine that you are drawn there for a few reasons. One, because you haven't seen anything like this before. You've got no pop cultural references to associate this with. But this is also the totem or patron of your tribe, the Children of Gaia. So this feels, I'm probably the closest to a spiritual calling that you've had. How is it that you're feeling at this moment in time?
Awe, wonder, and it's gonna sound like a bit of a hippie here, peace.
I mean, it's very Children of Gaia.
Yeah, like already, like I only have like 1 point of temporary rage, so like I'm doing pretty well at the moment. But like even that just kind of almost feels like quelled, as if there's just complete zen going on in my head.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the closer that you get to it, perhaps even slowing down and almost like a investigative sort of like how like a wolf or a dog might like hunch down, just investigate, sort of not on its belly.
Yeah.
You know the kind of posture that I mean, just like investigating. There is a sense of purity, a sense of healing and harmony, concepts that you've never really felt before, at least not this strongly. And as you get closer, perhaps Unicorn here acknowledges that as she bows her head and her horn taps on the water, and it just sort of like ripples out a lot faster than it has been. Previously, it's just been like very gentle pulsing, but as if all the energy from it is like coming to the point of her horn, and it's just ding, and it just like ripples wildly. All of you obviously see this as well and feel the ripples of the pond water beneath your feet. It doesn't stop the mice in their activities beneath the water surface. Not that Nadia will know, obviously, because you're not looking down, but it's, you can all obviously see the water that's coming to you, and again, as you're getting closer, you feel this sense as well. And it's also, as I've mentioned, difficult to ignore the large shadow that's standing behind her as well. How close are you all getting to this unicorn, by the way?
However close Ezra gets.
I imagine that Ezra is like practically touching horns with it at this point. I could be mistaken.
Unless Unicorn goes out of their way to resist, I would actually be trying to hug it.
Yeah, we're not touching tips here. We're going all the way.
Yes, of course, you're in your homid form. So, yeah, Unicorn doesn't stop at all. Like, it's soft, it is silky, it's... You see her eyes shut as you like go and maybe put your hand and body round her face, sort of thing. So, Dolly, you say you're getting that close to Unicorn?
Yeah, and I might do the more typical thing and reach out my hand for her to sniff.
She moves away from Esme a little bit, and the air that shoots out of her nose it's warm, which is something that is sparkling white as this is a little unusual, because you probably expect it to be a little different, but there is like a perfect warm room temperature to it. How about you, Kenzie?
Kenzie is getting close enough while still being respectful of it. Instead of like still standing, they will actually kneel on the water surface in front of Unicorn, just gazing up at it.
Yeah. Eventually the eye opens and it locks visions with you. Can I have you roll perception and primal urge for me, please?
Oh boy, yes you can. Alright. Alright, let's roll that.
And as you're doing that, I'll just
I
apologise for those who are listening along for any wind noises. We are going through a bit of a drought here in the UK, so I've got these windows open. The wind may blow and hit the microphone every so often.
Yeah, I used a willpower on this, so that's 1 success.
Okay, is that 1 total or 1 plus with the willpower? So 2.
One total.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was a weird thing for me to roll. Never mind. How about you, Nadia?
Nadia, like, kind of obviously was very nervous. But the moment she kind of gets near this thing, I think something does change. Because immediately she just thinks of her time with the river and all that, and there is a small part of her that she doesn't usually get much sun that goes, maybe this could be a good thing. So, and because she can do this, she just kind of like, oh gosh, she has no idea what the etiquette for this is, but she just says, greetings from me and mine. Thank you for coming. Which, I don't know what that sounds like to you all, but...
To everyone else who's present, it is Nadia's horse girl, apparently, because that's just horse with a ethereal chime and an ethereal ring that sort of like reverberates in the air, but not like a cavern sort of reverberate, like it's wisps bouncing off a metallic surface, like bouncing and almost gated, that it cuts itself off. It's a little strange, to say the least. But as you say that, the unicorn gently pulls away from Ezra and Dolly and like shakes its mane about, and will just say in a similar sort of neighing tone to everyone else bar Nadia, who can understand what it's saying, "My children of Gaia, please stand before me."
I think Nadia translates.
I presume you all do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'd like to say Dolly is probably hiding a little bit of excitement because not every day you stumble across a unicorn.
Yeah, I imagine this would be home experience from home sort of thing. You know, growing up, you've been around horses, but, you know, little girly gal that you were, it'd be cool to have a unicorn, and there you are, an actual unicorn, taller, broader, more magnificent than anything that you could imagine. How does that make you feel?
She's trying not to fangirl. She's actually having a really good time. She's trying to be polite, but she's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
It's fair. And I will just say what Unicorn has to say, and we'll just make the assumption that Nadia is translating as we're going. Unless I'm mistaken, there's anything that you want to add, of course.
No. She's not going to screw with people with this.
Okay. And I just saw that Discord comment. Good God. Thank you. It's Pack of Gaia, the Wolves Collective, for considering me as your totem, your patron against these increasingly violent and hostile knights. But do note that what I offer, my kindness and generosity, does not come without loyalty. It does not come out with you repaying a favour in some regard. The horse will gesture somewhere behind them, and as she does so, you actually notice like a little light sort of fade into existence. Kin of my own are squabbling, debating. to prove your loyalty and your dedication to me, I ask that you go and solve that dispute. Do what feels natural. Follow your heart. And fate will sure follow. And as she's concluding this bit, she'll take some steps backward as if to clear the path, as if this path wasn't big enough for you to walk round her. But she almost just like a straight path to these two lights going off into the distance.
I must apologize because I was dealing with a moderating thing. I missed like half of that. I'm so sorry.
That's alright. As I was ad-libbing all of that, I was basically saying that I'm not just going to give myself to you. You have to prove yourself. There's some lights in the distance. There's a dispute with some of my kin. Go and do that. Do it the way that you think it works best for you. Follow your heart, and fate will follow.
Cool.
Now, all of you.
Yeah. I'm just like looking at the rest of you like, oh my god, holy shit, oh my god. Like mildly freaking out, but like in a good way, in like a fangirly way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking towards where Unicorn sent us, and I look back towards the pack, and I go, well, what are we waiting for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go do it.
Let's do it.
You all sound pretty eager.
Yeah. Kenzie
Sure.
likes unicorn. Blame their mother.
There is that, I suppose. So, all of you with varying degrees of enthusiasm, walking across the pond more as the last of you passes Unicorn, you will see from your peripheral, Unicorn will get on her back legs and like kick and pant into the air and just neigh as her voice is just carried into the star. If there were any clouds in the sky, you can see that everything has just cleared away a bit more, so there's wisps of violet and red and all these different stars that are chasing and running after each other. It becomes that bit more clear, becomes that bit more energetic and alive. Like, is this what the stars look like if it wasn't for the corruption of man, woman and everything else in between, or is this just a one-off event? So you walk for some time, and there's a footpath for tiny little lights on either side. You've walked through this bit before, you know what that's all like. Trees and bushes by the side of it. But the light sources that you're taken to are two smaller horses, like Shetland pony-sized unicorn sort of thing. And there's two of them. One is white, and the other is black. And they're both neighing and braying and kicking and fighting each other. What does everybody want to do?
You know what? Because Kenzie has affinity for animals, they are actually going to try and step in holding their hands, trying to calm the spirits down by just shushing slightly, like hands up, shushing as they slowly move over.
I was actually, since I also have some animal kinship, would it be possible to kind of assist Kenzie in this, and maybe like one of us focus more on the other while we, like, kind of like splitting our duties?
Yeah, that makes total sense to me. If you tell me which horse you're going to focus on.
I'll focus on the black one.
Okay.
Okay, I'll focus on the not black one.
Okay, so if the two of you could roll for me, what would this be? I suspect charisma and animal chem would be appropriate. Kenzie, give me the specifics of your merit for me and see if that helps me out a little bit. I don't know if you have to roll anything. I don't think you do have to roll anything with yours. It's literally just the fact that animal spirits are more inclined.
Yeah, with spirit heritage, and when I deal with animal spirits in particular, I gain +2 dice whenever I try and communicate with them, gain something from them, or try and...
Also, off topic, but Calliope, please check chat. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm working on the description right now.
Cool.
Yep.
Sorry, I zeroed out there. So you get a minus or +2, sorry, Kenzie.
+2 dice when dealing with animal spirits for like talking, consoling, summoning them, using rites, all that, basically.
Oakley dokily. Yeah, so, yeah, charisma and animal kennel. I lost the page of the thing I was looking for now. Great. I'll have to make a roll for both of y'all. Horse gals. Well, Horse Gal and Kenzie.
Kenzie is now honorary horse gal. That's fine.
Horse Gal in training, yeah.
Horse gallantry.
Okay.
If that was div 6, then I got 4 successes.
Okay. 4 successes for you, Kenzie, and what did you get, Ezra?
Yep. I also rolled 6 dice here. Difficulty 6.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 successes.
Cool. You were after the white unicorn, yes, Ezra.
Yes.
That one seems very calm and gentle towards you. It seems to be moving itself towards you a little bit, or at least moving away, but in the closer direction to you, sort of thing. How is it that you're trying to coerce it over, Bite, I ask?
Actually, I wonder, are there any fruits or foodstuffs that might be visible here in the Umbra?
Yes, with a caveat. There are trash spirits in some bins lying about.
You know what? Never mind then.
Okay.
So how
In
are they
that
all
case,
black?
then, I'm just
Yeah.
going for the very just simple, tried and true, just slowly approach, gentle voices, and if I do get close enough, allow to smell, and then just kind of like stroke along their mane.
Mm-hmm. Dolly, you said you sound like you were going to say something.
No, it's been handled now. It was mostly just me trying to fill the silence. Go on.
Okay. Kenzie, you don't have as much luck, unfortunately. When you're trying to get the attention of the black unicorn, he immediately clocks eyes with you, neighs and shouts at you, and tries to bite you. Now, you rolled the same number of... No, you both rolled the same number of successes, so I'm not going to make you take any damage from this.
I actually rolled 4.
Yeah. It rolled 4 as well, so I'm not going to have you like take any damage or anything.
Gosh.
If it was 5, I'd say it bit you, but like he's now your focus is now on you trying to bite at you.
Yeah. Itzy will sigh a bit and go, Nadia, can you please fucking translate for me over here?
You got it.
Tell it we're here in peace, we're here to mediate.
Alright, she just... Gosh. She's gonna probably... She's looking at both of them, but very much... A bit more focused on the one who's aggressive. We just... Oh, gosh. Just trying to figure out how the fuck do you talk to horses? How are you respectful to horses? I don't know how to be respectful to horses. I've never seen a horse before tonight. Gonna make shit up, and if she sounds hokey, oh well, it's not like anyone else can understand her. So she just like, peace and prosperity to you both. We have been sent by Unicorn to hear your dispute and or assist. If we can mediate in any way, we wish to offer our services.
In response to that, the black, smaller Shetland pony unicorn sort of thing momentarily stops trying to bite Kenzie's little hands, and as if in an attempt to kick dirt in your face, I say that because there's no dirt that flies you, it's just the way that it's cantering and stamping at the ground, it just sort of like turns and swerves at you. Peace and prosperity has caused hundreds and thousands to die. We fight, be noble, not hide and cower and protect those who are weak, and like turns its head towards the other unicorn, who sort of neighs in disgust almost. You feel the disgust in that, Nadia, specifically. But violence is not always the answer. Conversation and dialogue must happen. No. It is long tasked for this. No one listens to conversations. Certainly not the Garou. And surprisingly to you, Nadia, it says, no offence. And for everyone else here, you are hearing 3 horses just talking at each other. They all, as far as you're concerned, all sound the same. Black Unicorn definitely sounds the most pissed, if you ever heard a pissed horse before. Dolly, I think you're the only one who has a real experience of what a pissed off horse sounds like.
Are you translating this as it's said, Nadia?
He is trying. I think she is not used to having to do this, so this is like a just like somebody says something really fast,
Oh,
and then like
I'm-
listening.
I'm going to step between the two of them, hold up my hands, and especially pointedly look at the black unicorn with the fucking stop it expression on my face.
Do you say anything, or you just like glaring at the horse?
I'm giving it the don't act up on me and be sent to the vet because you're fucking a horse and you're gonna hurt yourself expression. Like basically almost like scolding a child, but like not quite like demeaning, just more like a hey, knock it the fuck off and let's talk.
Okay. I'm going to make you do a very particularly interesting roll for me, if that's okay.
Sure.
I would like you to roll for me charisma, animal ken, and leadership.
Can I use my specialty in charisma, please?
Remind me what that is?
Charming.
Yes.
Alright, that is animal kin and 2 dex and leadership. This is a pretty decent dice pool for me. Alright, that is 3 successes and one of those is a 10.
So that
4
explodes.
successes.
How many?
4.
4, okay. For a second I thought you said 5. So, wait, how did we get from 3 to 5 so quickly? Okay. The black unicorn calms down, clearly still riled up, but there's definitely some... It's raring to go-ness in its face, but it's calm enough to at least hear the next thing that you have to say.
So I'll turn to Nadia and go, what did they say?
She would translate, and she also know like, if you want any backup, I've had this conversation a lot.
Yeah. Nadia, Dolly, I think I know a fun way we can handle this. Or do you want to handle it first?
I'm listening.
Well, you tell stories, right? You are a Galliard. I'm a Ragabash. We're meant to trick people. So why don't we both come up with a story of sorts to tell them?
You can tell them about the Bane we healed.
Are you sure you want to have Nadia translate all that?
If we go slow enough, then... Well, they seemed to understood we were trying to calm them down a little bit. Well, that unicorn seemed to got the message, too, when you were talking to it.
I'll glance at Nadia and go, is that something you want to try?
You can definitely give it a try. I mean, in the end, they're both right. And they're also both wrong.
I'm speaking out of character. I am not good at monologuing, so I'd rather just handle it with dice rolls.
That's absolutely fine. I won't stop anybody else doing...
Yeah, because I had a monologue already in my head for it.
I mean,
Yeah, but
you can absolutely go for it. I mean, I'm not going to force people to role play like huge conversations if they feel uncomfortable with it and like have it decide with dice rolls. But if anybody wants to like leap in with some like RP and like waffle away, by all means, go ahead. Whatever
yeah,
makes you
I
feel
just
comfortable.
I do want to say before you start though, Fallen, I would like our characters to do it in tandem because I am still the Galliard.
I know.
I don't want it to be solely your character.
I wasn't gonna have it be solely my character. I was gonna do pauses so you can do the dice rolls for your, and then I would go up. You would do a dice roll again, basically, go in tandem.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do it like that. Like we could treat it with
Yeah.
like if whoever wants to contribute it, we can do it like that, and then have Dolly treat it like an extended role and like do some things with the difficulty. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
If that's all right with you, Dolly.
Sure.
Cool. Right. So, without going into monologuing because you've expressed you didn't want to, what would Dolly? How would Dolly? Sorry, Dolly. How would Dolly start this off?
Um, I think she would confirm with Kenzie that we're talking about the Bane in the subway.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, so she'll start with that and how we recently just went on a little mission to take care of that issue, and I'm going to begin with how it started, like what we saw and how we handled it. Like we saw the Bane kind of munching away on Alan's life force.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like me to roll?
Um, how is it that you're delivering the information? Because I know fairly recently you put some dots into performance. Now, are you doing this factually, or are you trying to make this sound as grandiose to impress? How is it you're going to go about doing this?
I think it'd be somewhere in the middle. Like we're telling the truth, but she's playing it up.
All right. Because the playing it up factor, playing it up as in your performance element of things, or playing it up as in you're bending the truth.
Playing it up as a performance.
Okay, so I'd give you charisma and performance, I guess. Yeah.
Or could I still use my specialty?
Yeah, I still think you've got the whole charming thing going on for you. You know, with the serious "don't go to the vet" sort of face that you described earlier on.
Yeah, but also it's still, oh my god, unicorns, hell yeah.
Mm.
Alright, that is another 3 successes.
Okay, cool. No bitey from Black Unicorn at the moment. A little bit calmer. You know, it you can see from you have experience with horses. You know, there's like a certain calmness there, but it's still like willing to go sort of thing. If the one word is said, White Unicorn at the back, which I imagine is still fairly close to Ezra, is like more relaxed, but still keeping the distance. Now, what would Kenzie interject at this point?
Yeah, as Dolly finishes up like the how things first started, how some went over to the other side. Kenzie's gonna do their part. Unicorn of black, unicorn of white. Don't you see? Well, they tried to bring peace and prosperity using their words on the other end. It was I that tried and slayed the Bane on the other side. So don't you see? You can both use words. You can bring peace using talks of peace and prosperity. But you can also use your claws, your teeth, your horn to bring about the justice you want. Can you not do both? Can you not speak when times are right and not ill, but still fight with might and honor for those who are down on their luck and those who deserve to fight? Should we not do both? Both be a voice of peace, but also bring our horns for we need to be mighty. Can we not do that, my friends? What's stopping us from doing both? You two are the same. One, a mighty warrior with the horn. One, a mighty warrior of words. Just as an Arun and a Ragabash need each other, so do you. One of you must speak of prosperity, while the other is willing to fight for the cause when words fail.
I'm not even gonna fucking have her on for that. That's fucking gorgeous, man. Wow. Well, how do I respond to that? That was wow. That was awesome.
I did acting, I'll have you know.
Yeah. Wow. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. That was. Yeah, that was cool. I'm a bit moved by that, honestly. They both turn to face you with all of that, and Black Unicorn works towards you calmly, not wanting to bite your hand this time. White Unicorn also looks towards you, takes a step closer, but still very much by Ezra's side. And interestingly, they both speak in unison, and they say, "So you agree that when push becomes shove, you'll stand up and fight. You'll protect those who need protecting, and aid those that cannot protect themselves. You'll serve as warriors of Garou."
Kinsey will look over at Dolly.
I'm assuming Nadia translated all this for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's absolutely no hesitation. She'll give them both an enthusiastic nod.
Of course, there'll be peacekeepers when needed, but also warriors that will rend claw for when the time is needed. For warriors, both use words and claws.
And the White Unicorn first turns to Ezra, and then the Black Unicorn. Now they speak, not quite in unison, but they say the same thing. And to the Garou who is closest to our own, the children of Gaia, where do you stand on this?
Rage is good. It gets things done, but it also makes things worse if untempered. I've seen firsthand, know firsthand what I can do when not directed intentionally. Peace, if it is an option, should always be taken. And if it's not possible, then you let the rage take over.
Such
I
wise
think
words, White Unicorn says. Such strong words, says Black Unicorn.
I think Dolly will kind of give Ezra a knowing look as she says that.
Then the two smaller unicorns face our translator, our glasswalker, Fierge. And what say you, child of Cockroach?
She has like this moment of like, what? And then remembers like, because she hasn't been addressed this whole time. She's been so busy translating everything. She was like getting ready to say, you're like, oh, you're talking to me. Life is sacred. Whether it's been corrupted or not, every life that is lost is a tragedy. There's no circumstances in which case it does not deserve to be mourned. I will fight. I'm not good at it, but I will if I have to. But rage is not the same as righteous anger. One guides, the other blinds.
And when is it when you will rage?
Well, there's no other choice.
Almost as in victory, the two smaller horses cry into the night, and the trees are suddenly lit up with a swarm of fireflies or something that just sort of like fly into the air as if startled by this cry from these two horses, and they both begin to disappear. White Unicorn disappears first, the black one lingers a bit more into place, and then fades into the ground and flows back across to where Unicorn was standing in the pond a moment ago.
Back.
Nadia does not translate that conversation.
So you're all heading back?
I guess so, because no one's saying anything.
Yeah, head back.
I think that went well.
Yeah. Good job, Nadia. I didn't know you were so... Dolly. Good job, Dolly. I didn't know you were such a fascinating storyteller like that. Good flourishes, I will say.
Still, look a little bit bashful and just go, I've been spending a lot of time with Salma. Just trying to pick up what she put down, you know?
Kenzie has Kenzie has a very large grin as they kind of like elbow you a little bit. Spend time with Salma, huh?
She'll roll her eyes and go, it's not like that.
Keep telling yourself that.
She could
Like
be
what?
She could be my mother.
Kenzie just chuckles under their breath.
Is Salma your mother?
God, I wish.
No. No, Ezra. No. Far as I know, nobody's mom is here.
Kenzie will pause at that, but just keep walking.
As you all walk back towards the pond, Unicorn is still there, but something changes. That dark shadow rescinds towards the Unicorn and moves up her legs, no longer shining bright and sparkly white. Unicorn turns black as night, posture changes, firms up, more resolute, more confident, I say. And as you approach closer, the horse turns towards you. The water is still rippling with that energy. There's still that gleam, that sparkle from it all. And as you get closer and within hearing distance, it'll call out, I am Black Unicorn, the shadow of Unicorn, and you have demonstrated nobility and chivalry, courageousness, and the willing to do the right thing. That when the push becomes the shove, you'll know when to rage and when to control yourself. The horse stamps onto the water and just like a load of it just flicks up in the air. Maybe a couple of mice go up with it as well. I will serve you as your Pack Totem, if I may be so honoured to have thee. And the horse will bow, horse tapping into the pond water.
I'm still kind of on a roll from the storytelling aspect we were on, so I'm going to give the unicorn a bow as well.
Yep, same with Kenzie. Very, very nice bow as well.
I'll bow too, even if I'm not quite sure what it means, but it seems like it's the right thing to do here.
And I see that Nadia did the same.
She did it probably second to last. That's when she started noticing, oh, this is the thing we're supposed to do.
That's fair. And as you all, in your own ways, affirm this, the horse cries out into the night and sort of disappears as if a billion stars have just exploded and sort of like all at once just rush in on you, and you feel this sense of pride, you know, this affirmation of what you're saying, what you're doing, this sort of almost this spiritual boost of confidence, as it were. And with that, you have all now claimed Black Unicorn as your Pack Totem. So how this is going to work will...
Talk
Sorry?
I thought we were going to the ball. Okay.
We'll do the main meats and potatoes at the end of the session, I think, but the thing we will do right now... actually, what is the time, just so I know how to pace this? Oh yeah, we'll do this much later. You'll have 1 dot in Totem, and you can put on your character sheet now that you now have access to Black Unicorn. That 1 dot will allow you to speak with Black Unicorn without the need of spirit speech. So in this instance, when communicating with Black Unicorn, Nadia won't need to translate. Like, you'll all be able to understand what he is saying, and he'll be able to understand what all of you are saying. And then later on, probably at the end of the session, we can spend more experience points to basically boost up his stats. So there'll be times where he may come and aid you to fight, and also basically make him a bit stronger and other bits and pieces as well. There's also some mechanics surrounding Black Unicorn that we won't go into just yet. But I'll go through the whole Totem's mechanics later on. But yeah, congratulations, Joel. Very great work, I have to say, with the story, the delivery from Kenzie there, and how you all answered that. With varying levels of RP, I absolutely loved all of your answers. Really great stuff. That's really moving across all the different methods you've done to do that. And as you walk towards the other side of the pond once more, Pond Skater is clutching his staff, and he's like giving an excited clap towards you, praising you, and he's really excited and happy for you. This is the most happy you, Nadia, specifically, you have seen since he first found you. He's been a bit offish lately for reasons unbeknownst to you. But yeah, he's praising. I think I know. Yeah, I was being sarcastic. He was celebrating. He's really happy and encouraging all of you. He's surprised, honestly, that was the reaction that was going to get. He pointed out the symbolism of the saddle and all this other stuff. Maybe it's like not sticking in as well. Perhaps it will do at a different time. But as you approach to him, the penumbra sky calms down a bit more. That essence of you feeling watched begins to disappear. The Hudson River calms down. Neptune fucks off back to the sky and space and all the rest of it. And the Statue of Liberty disappears. The penumbra sight around you turns to that once familiar shade of bizarre. And I think we're going to move forward the plot a little bit here once more by a couple of days. It's going to be nighttime again, not quite as late as this. It's going to be like 11:30ish, so still pretty late. But the reason why at this particular time is that Hundo has unexpectedly called for a Sept Moot. You'd expected it to be happening at the end of the month, but he's insisted that everybody turns up by Turtle Pond at 11:30ish. And as you arrive, you kind of expect the sort of ceremonial, like, perhaps stillness and coldness to what you had last time. But no, it's a little different this time. For one thing, there's more people here. There isn't like another grouping of Wasians beyond the pond. There's actual members of the Sept and the kinfolk. You recognise maybe the faces of the women and some of the children that you saved a month prior. The other kinfolk and people you've seen around. They're keeping their distance, but they're like setting up for like a party or like an open barbecue sort of thing. Like there's a lot of chat, there's a lot of friendly stuff. Ezra, you see both Cooper and Natalie are here. And there just seems a bit more of a positive, lively attitude this time than there was previously. You've got members of the Sept who are just talking to each other before things kick off properly. But there's also a couple of things that strikes you as a little bit odd. By Pond Skater's side, there's like a little box, like the sort of like wooden boxes you put like wine bottles in. That's just been turned upside down at the moment. There's nothing in it, it's just this little wooden box. But most weirdly of all, there's a shopping cart with an old, like, thick portable TV in it with like a wonky antenna pointing out of it. Now, as this thing...
Sorry. Go on.
I was literally just going to ask, as preparations seem to be going underway, whatever this may well be, there seems to be like a little moment where you just have a bit of, I guess, downtime. Is there anything that anybody would like to check in on before things begin?
Kenzie's immediately going to try and find their dad to check up on them after what happened the last time they saw their dad.
Yes, I imagine you do have quite a bit to catch up on. He's not difficult to find. He's definitely here. He's in conversations with Tamaska, oddly enough. As you go and approach him, he seizes you, and then he's dismissing her almost with an air of arrogance.
Oh, Lord. Hey,
You're a little squirt.
how you feeling, old man? You doing alright? You got into a bit of a scuffle last time I saw you.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I'm alright, nothing I haven't encountered before. It's not my first rodeo with them lot, and I'm sure it won't be the last now they're around here again. Yeah, it's alright, it's fine. I've had worse. Yeah. How about you? I've heard you've been a little bit busy at the train station and the subway.
Yeah, I managed to kill the Bane, actually.
So I heard, a big little bugger.
Yeah, the other three managed to detach it from, the real world, and I kind of finished it off in the Umbra. Left quite a bad taste in my mouth.
You didn't swallow it, did you?
Nah, I spat that out as soon as it got in.
Yeah, it's the only time I'm ever going to tell you to spit it out and not swallow, and then he catches himself. No, yeah, it's a good idea not to. Yeah, it's yeah, not good. I'll tell you from experience, that is just, it's not great. No.
Yeah. Alongside that, got busy a couple days ago, because the totem chose us, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Kenzie actually pauses a bit as they remember that, and they actually clutch the end of their jacket. It was a black unicorn, funnily enough.
His face changes, oh, really, sort of thing, but then his face sort of stops and pauses a little bit. Right. That's from what I've heard, how your pack operates. Yeah, that was that's expected. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenzie's still kind of clutching the hem of their jacket after saying that, because yeah, unicorn kind of brings back some memories for him.
Yeah, because your mum was a children of Gaia too, so.
But Moot looks like it's gonna be pretty busy tonight. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, well, we usually try and masquerade this as a little party get together thing, like extended family and whatnot. That's generally worked. Sometimes you get people poking about, asking what's going on, because people are nosy like that. This is generally what it's looked like. This is all the party and festivities that you've missed. I mean, we both know how to have a party. At some point I have to teach you the right of pizza. That's a fun little one. That always confuses people.
Kenzie has to. That actually makes Kenzie smile again as they take up their sleeves in their mouth and chuckle. Yeah, yeah. You gotta teach me that, but you also gotta take me to that fucking mustard shop you mentioned a couple of times.
Oh, like the mustard shop in Norwich, yeah. Yeah. Weird place that. It's known for two things. It's known for dogging and sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Look, it's wild place. Crazy place.
Yeah, just wanted to check up on your dad. Kenzie will run over and give their dad a hug.
It's almost surprised a little bit, he's been very detached. Well, far more than usual, but it's you know that you pair of you, if this fucks you up basically. So he's a little bit surprised by the suddenness of things, and he just firmly pats you on the back and tuffles your hair a little bit, almost like old times, just before it all went wrong.
Yeah, and soon he'll hug, and Kenzie will try and reconvene with their pack so the rite can go on. So, all right, come on. Who else wants to go up first? Who else wants to go up next?
I was actually gonna say, Do Nadia and Dolly look busy?
That's, I was gonna see if you wanted to go speak to Cooper and Nat first.
Oh, I do, but I wanted to bring y'all to meet them.
Aw.
Dolly's not
Oh,
particularly busy.
Nadia's just looking around like she's looking for people.
Okay, in that case then, I will go up to both of you. Hey, you want to meet my parents? Well, they're not technically my parents, but they raised me, so they're basically my parents.
Oh, yeah,
Ah,
let's do it.
Okay, follow me. And then I just kind of read them towards Cooper and Nat.
Cool. And that's
looking at
both.
Dolly and going, "You haven't even had a date yet." Just laugh.
So that's both Dolly and Nadia, right?
Yeah.
Cool. As you begin to wander off, you see Simon, who just quickly runs over. Is like, well, hold on. Sorry, can I just borrow Nadia for like 5 seconds?
Sure. Can you look at the rest of you?
I'll
Cool. Sorry.
start and go.
Cool. I won't need to borrow anything. It's literally just a few seconds. You doing anything on the 23rd?
Brings out her phone. Check it. Scroll.
Sorry, rhetorical question. I was trying to be funny. You are at a tribe moot. Then he points over to a large tower. You can just see Central Park Tower, Glasswalker tribal moot. I was meant to tell you earlier, but I've been a little bit busy. Starts at 37 minutes to 1 in the morning. Find something that you'd wear in a business meeting. I'll see you then. And he runs off.
Is this? What? Okay.
You better put it on your calendar, Nadia.
Okay. It's a good thing I'm a night owl. She starts adding things.
Look at you, palling up with all the city wolves.
Aren't we all city wolves?
Well, yeah, but they're more city wolves than us.
I'm gonna put a hand on your shoulder, Nadia, and go, Darling, I love you, platonically, but I am very much a country bumpkin.
Point. I always forget that.
She'll actually kind of chuckle a bit and go,
Nice to meet your
Come
friends.
on. Yeah, let's go meet the parents. Go on, lead the way.
I've just realised at this point that I've never actually described what Cooper and Natalie actually look like. Ezra, how do you imagine them?
I think they have a mix of kind of like both Italian and Mexican heritage. So basically, if you were just to look at them off the street, you'd go ethnically ambiguous unless you asked.
Fair dues.
But yeah, dark curly hair. Cooper's is probably a bit straighter. I think Cooper would actually look a bit kind of like small, like kind of on a shorter side for a guy, and Natalie being a little taller than him. And both are probably just wearing what would just kind of be considered casual modern attire.
Yeah, it's all very casual attire-wise. It looks like, a big family get-together at a barbecue sort of thing. And Cooper's actually working away like one or two like portable barbecue things. He's chatting to some guy laughing along sort of thing. You see Natalie chatting to a woman. She is the one that clocks all you first, like, oh my goodness, Ezra! That catches Cooper's attention, and he just turns and smiles and he waves. He's like flipping burgers over on a barbecue. And Natalie comes almost running over towards you, and she's going to come and give you a big hug if you let her.
Absolutely, I was going to hug her first if she didn't.
Awesome. You both come with the biggest gal pal hug. Oh, it's so good to see you. You're looking great. Oh, these your... Oh, yes. Who are these?
Where are the other cards?
This is my new pack.
Oh, wow. Hi, I'm Natalie.
Nadia.
I'll take her hand and go, Hey, Dolly.
Oh, wow. That's where are you from? That's yeehaw.
She'll look a little bit embarrassed, but she'll chuckle and give her a charm. Sorry, one second, got a cough. Sorry about that. She'll chuckle a little bit and go, straight from Oklahoma.
Oh wow! I was thinking either that or Oklahoma. Have you ever seen Oklahoma? They're doing it in Broadway at the moment.
She's just gonna give you a what expression.
Oh, it's a musical. It's sorry. I'm sorry. Hi. That's Cooper. Cooper, come over here. There's someone else can deal with that. And it's like, all right, all right. He begins to like take these little strides over. It's like, this is Dolly and Nadia, part of Ezra's pack. Oh wow. Hi. Cooper. And again,
We'll say Nadia does have her cane out right now. Just say no. She uses it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All good.
Yeah, if Cooper's offering his hand, Dolly will take it and give it like a friendly, firm shake, and she'll smile and go, "It's nice to meet you."
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's how are things going?
Um, Pretty good. Ezra keeps us on our toes.
Oh, I bet she was always a bit of a
Troublemaker.
minx, that one, and then gives a little friendly little brofist jab on the arm, sort of thing, as a sign of affection.
What's a minx?
Oh, it's and Natalie interrupt. It's
Shows
expression.
a picture on her phone.
I'll,
Yeah.
I'll look at you. Sorry, go on.
No, you first.
I'll look at you, Ezra, and go, "It's an affectionate name for someone feminine, like playful, mischievous."
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds accurate then.
Also a big cat.
Yes, it's that too. Um, wow, like, and he just takes a step back and he just admires you. He's like, wow, you're settling. Well, you seem happy. You happy?
Happy. I have a black unicorn now, or a black unicorn has me. I'm not quite sure what the proper lingo is. We also have a child. He's not around. He's still around here somewhere. They're around here somewhere.
They both almost in unison just like stare at you like what? As in they take that very literally as in you have a child.
One
Yeah,
of the others is 14 years old.
Oh wait, you have a kid in the pack? Cooper
Uh-huh.
says.
Yeah. I'll slide in a little and explain a little bit more smoothly and just go, yeah, the missing pack member here, they're Kreenus born, but yeah, we just recently received our Pack Totem a couple of days ago. That's what she means by the black unicorn.
Ah, right. Sorry, I don't know much. We don't know much about and we've heard that before, like totem stuff. But it's like overhead. So you said it was it's like a little short white fellow because I saw him bin diving earlier on. I mean, we've got perfectly good here. Like I just before he was homeless.
He just likes to do that. Excuse me. They just like to do that.
They're both those things.
Yeah.
By the way. Just so you know.
It's easier just to not question it.
And Natalie is like, okay. I'll try not to be concerned about the little white kid with clothes that are too big for him who's eating stuff out of the bin.
Ben.
They took out a bin all by themselves.
Ah, that's impressive. And she sounds more confused by that.
We've been busy. I'll just leave it at that.
Good. I'm glad they're making you work hard because we sure did our best to keep Ezra active. I don't know how Ezra has described us, but we both worked at the conservation park up north, and that's where Ezra came from.
He described you as her parents.
But Natalie laughs and Cooper just coughs like that just takes the wind out of him, sort of thing. Yeah, we kind of were, weren't we? Like Daddy and Mummy over here raised him good, and he sort of blushes a little bit. You have to word it like that. She just laughs at herself. Yeah, we did. Like, look how great and strong and confident our baby girl is. Oh, stop it. Look, I'm just going to go back and flip burgers before somebody does something stupid. It's really great seeing you, Ezra, and nice to meet all of you. And that he begins to like jog back to the barbecue that he's prepared. Sorry, he always likes to keep himself busy.
Yeah, I'll speak up a little bit more and go, yeah, everything Ezra's ever said about you two, I think she loves you two very much.
Oh, don't. Look, I got dressed up nicely today, and you're going to make me ruin my mascara. Oh, you sweetheart. And she gives it another hug towards Ezra. And then she'll give you one, doll, if you allow it.
Oh yeah, she's very much what's the polite way to say touch starved? She's very well receiving of a hug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she just seems to be strong on the hug, and she gives you a big old firm hug sort of thing. It's very genuine sort of thing. She like looks at you, Nadia. Oh, I can't leave you out if you want one.
Okay, just when she kind of just pulls the cane up her arms, like, all right, now I'm ready.
She didn't
It's like a strap.
Mm-hmm. She pauses a little bit because I don't think she noticed that you were holding a walking stick. Like, she doesn't respond badly. It just like wasn't expecting it sort of thing, and then she comes in and gives you another really firm hug and just like rubs you on the shoulder a little bit. It's like, wow, it's good to meet you, and you have to show me the little bin diver at some point too. What did you say his name was?
Okay. They, them.
Ah, okay.
Not he. Named Kenzie. There should be a runner somewhere. They stick out like a. She
I
almost
think
said
Kenzie.
spotlight.
Kenzie would be like right behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna politely interject and say I think they went to go talk to their dad.
Oh.
Ah, right. Okay. Well, I should probably get going. They've got more like got decorations to hang up in a tree or something. But again, it's really good to get to know you all. And that's right. I haven't forgotten about our hot dog date. I'll arrange that soon. Okay. Okay. She smiles and
Okay,
I
if
just.
you're gonna go get hot dogs, talk to me first, because I know the good places. All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Bye.
Right, you're not supposed to pick them up from the ground, right?
No.
If you did that while you're in Hamid, it just she'll pat your shoulder as and go. Food poisoning is no joke. Don't do it.
Do not. I know there's gum everywhere. Don't chew it. It has been places you will not believe.
Why would I chew gum?
There's hope for you.
It's fun to chew on.
I can just imagine just Kenzie not far away, just like,
Resist toxin is a very useful thing when you're homeless.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
is the.
Go ahead.
No, you first.
I was just gonna say I wanted to go seek out Salma, but I wanted you to do your thing first.
I was actually going to have a member of the Sept gather you towards the well, to start the ceremony, as it were. But I will say, as you're wanting to look for them, you haven't seen Salma all night.
I think I'll be a little bit sad and disappointed about that. Actually, is Mr. Ellison around?
Yeah, Zachary is the one that is actually coming to tell you it's time to begin. But I will allow a conversation to happen beforehand for sure.
I think as he's approaching, she just becomes a lot more calm and stoic.
Hmm.
And then she'll give him an affirmative nod and go, Mr. Ellis?
He smirks a little bit, as if he's not used to being called that. Ezra, Nadia, I don't suppose. Well, go and find your missing pack mate. We're about to begin. And he begins to walk off. Again, suited and booted, sunglasses, tight ponytail, the whole shebang. And he turns and you can see that the members of the Steps are walking towards the pond away from all the chit-chat that's happening out here.
That seems so hot. And I'm not talking like complimentary. I'm talking about like warm, sweaty shit.
Some people have heat tolerance. I am not one of those people.
Some people are liars.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I'll fall and step next to him.
Not even
I go
realizing
ahead
we're
and
running
call
of
out
time.
for.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Nadia realizes she's running out of time. She's like, okay. Only one thing to do. She again just takes out her little makeup mirror and just kind of spins it in her hand. She knows who she's trying to call. She can at least find one person easily.
I'm presuming you're referring to using the shiny thing to get Olivia's attention.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't come flying over.
Huh. He's disappointed.
She left you on red.
Kenzie, I will say it's not too difficult to see with everything that are going. Everyone's like fairly clustered around. You can definitely see that your pack's beginning to move over to where, well, Turtle Pond proper, as the rest of the kinfolk keep their distance and carry on doing whatever it is that they're doing.
Yeah, Kenzie will first reconvene with the pack by maybe just messing with Nadia by gently patting her on the shoulder for immediately ducking away so she doesn't know it was them that patted her on the shoulder. Just walking in front of them like nothing happened.
Oh gosh. I will
What is
say
so
she does
upset?
almost reflexively like yank her cane back to smack whoever did it.
Don't worry, Nadia. It's not a bane. Now, come on, Slowpokes. We got a move to start.
Yeah. Can I ask you all a question?
What?
Have you all ever had a I don't fucking know what to call it. Have you ever seen things, weird things, before?
All the time.
Nadia, we're Garou. We see weird things on a
Oh
daily
my
basis.
god. No, seen, like a dream or a vision or something bullshit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a mouse that one time when we did that right to the open sky.
I don't think that's quite the same. I
What
don't
I mean
know.
is, I've had regular dreams that all kids have my age. Not, so I don't know what exactly you're trying to refer to.
Okay, I don't know. I had this whole thing, and I've just figured I'd actually tell somebody beyond Palm Skater.
Let's walk and talk then.
Yeah, just, and she just kind of starts going off, and it's like very quietly talks about waking up and finding himself in this battlefield. And eventually gets to the part where she just talking about and then there was this big bloody wolf thing, and it started charging at me, and I bounced ripped my own arm off, and that was weird because I do not strong enough to do that. Uh, and
Uh,
it's and I've just been stuck on that thing ever since, and it keeps giving me fucking nightmares. So I'd ask
well,
somebody.
you're a Feyard, right? That's how you said your moon sign was?
What was your first? Yes.
But, I mean, that's probably what your first change was like. You had a dream, changed while you were dreaming, and then you transformed back.
Okay, but doesn't it mean something? Isn't it?
It probably could. I mean, there's a lot of big wolves, and the only big wolf I know belongs to the Get, so maybe a Stonewall? Maybe he knows what the big wolf means.
I don't know. I figure it's probably all couched in metaphor and bullshit anyway. So it might not even be a literal wolf. It could just be, I don't know.
I mean, it could be what it's like you transforming the wolf coming out of you or coming into you, letting you accept it. Maybe.
That thing wanted to kill me.
Well,
I don't
we're
think that
joined
was
by.
me.
Not yet. Do you remember not losing your shit in an alleyway just a couple months ago? Us as Garou have natural rage. So maybe it was just your rage or confusion or something taken over in a moment and not letting you be you, and instead it was the wolf.
I don't know. I just have a feeling that's not it. It's something. It's
Like I
something
say,
out there.
like I said, maybe talk to Stonewall. The Get's whole thing is they worship a big fuck off wolf as their totem. I mean, Fenris, think about it. Wolf, Fenris, could be worth asking.
Duly noted. Nadia has no intention of talking to this guy.
Damn, asking for help and not, when you get it, you don't act on it. Damn.
No, she does not want to talk to that asshole.
Pathological demand avoided scoper.
Basically, yes. He was hoping that somebody would give some context, somebody would happen to know something.
You're the only fee urchin in the group.
And it's not like Kenzie just did all of that anyway. Anyway, swiftly moving on, are the fine lines being blurred between character and person. You're standing there for a little bit as the rest of the Sept begin to reconvene. The aforementioned stone wall, he's got Pond Skate by his side. He's carrying still that little that box. Well, obviously it's not upside down at the moment, but Tomasa comes in. She's a little bit distant from everybody else. Kenzie's dad, North the Chatbot, comes in. He's sort of like standing by himself a little bit. Sam, as I've already mentioned, doesn't appear to be present tonight. And the last... Simon's there as well, and Zachary's obviously the one that's leading all of you here, and he goes and joins the others. And the last ones there, by about a minute or so, is Hundo and Spotlight. And they come in together, and they're sort of chatting to each other, and Spotlight stands behind Hundo, Stonewall on the other side, but they're both behind him, and Hundo turns a little bit and speaks to both of them. He says a few things for a little moment, and then turns to face everyone here, his old raggedy bagged himself. Right. Here we are. Round 2. Electric Boogaloo. Nors, if you mind doing the honours for us, please, just to set things off into motion. Again, he cries out into the night light, in his hobbit form, almost like a wolf battle cry sort of thing. Him being the master of the howl, this is the equivalent of sounding a gong, starting the ceremonies or whatever. Right, we are going to do things a little bit differently tonight, because certain events in our calendar, of the nation's calendar, have coincided with each other. But there's a lot that I need to get through first, which I'm going to do now. First of all, congratulations, you've survived your first month as Garou. You'd be really surprised how many of you don't manage to do that, and the fact that you're all here, standing, you've got stories to tell, and from my understanding of things, you've achieved quite a lot already, so you should genuinely be proud of yourselves. For that. Pond Skater, for the most part, has spoken very strongly about your rendezvous into the penumbra, whilst dealing with that was a little unorthodox, which I'll break down in just a moment. The fact that you were able to do it just shows... Not maturity, it's the wrong word for it, but there's a certain level of nuance that I feel a lot of eager Cleophs just seem to miss, you know? So, I'm genuinely pleased in the way that you handled that, and also somehow how busy it is down there, you've also managed to protect the veil, which is really impressive. So, don't let anybody take that away from you, that's pretty cool, honestly. As I said, we're going to do things...
Thanks, dude.
He looks at that, he's a bit stunned because he wasn't expecting anybody to interrupt him, and he sort of carries on. Right, so that's a good reminder. I'm going to have to break down a few things now, but before that, in between all that, you've all been serving as guardians for our worm foe and our warder, and he turns to Spotlight. Spotlight, how do you think they got on? And don't talk about the thing we were just talking about. Spotlight takes a step forward, so he's not quite on the same level as Hundo, but he's still clearly behind, but pretty close. He will just go, I'm impressed. Your dedication for protecting our Caern, you have all shown in your own way. Interest for doing what's right and supporting the nation. I, and he turns a little bit to Hundo, have some concerns that I've just been told I'm not allowed to talk about yet, but keep up the good work. He nods and takes a very awkward step back. Wow, I think that's the nicest thing I've ever heard you say, Spotlight. And he just sort of growls a little bit under his breath. There's a couple of chuckles around him. mostly from Zachary and Stonewall. Stonewall gives him a big firm pat on the back, and it just makes him jump. He flinches like he's about to knock someone's teeth out, but then remembers who just did it. He just like, don't ever let him hear the end of that. He winks. I'm joking. Right. Yes. There's a few things that I do have to unpack a little bit here. As good as you were with the subway, I do have some concerns about the way that your pack operated there, and from what I can remember from your rite of passage, there's some of that sort of carries over a little bit. I'm going to start with the least offensive and move our way forward. Ezra and Dolly. There's going to have to be some sort of conversation about leadership in your pack, because traditionally it would go to the Arum, but through no fault of your own, Ezra, I'm not, mocking you for this. You're a lupus, you're still very quick adjusting to the world with speech and mannerisms and all that, and you're doing great. From what I've seen and heard, great progress. But this seems to be a very social group, and I think, and he gestures towards Dolly, I think you might want to have some sort of conversation in the near future about where all of that stands. That maybe social stuff, you're the one who's taking charge, and then when at times, tooth and claw have to come and play, that's when our surprisingly assertive Children of Gaia comes in.
I'll give them an assertive nod, and then I'll glance at Ezra and go, yeah, do you want to talk about this after? And she'll nod and then give her a gentle smile and then look back at them and go, yes, we will handle it.
Good, that's what I like to see. To that end, don't want to put you on the spot too much. I know, new and all the rest of it, still trying to find your wolf legs and all the rest of it. Also, this might also be the fact that you're a Shadow Lord, and I'm just presuming that you're secretly judging and conspiring against all of us, but you are really quiet. Like,
Nadia's giving Dolly a look like, what the fuck?
I'll just kind of pause and then go, I will be honest with you. Clearly I'm not from around here. I was raised fairly divorced from my tribe, so I'm not entirely sure what the norms are. I'm just kind of winging it as I go.
You know what? I appreciate your honesty. It does make the whole... We can all agree, and he gestures to those around you, the placement of your tribe, and from what we have seen of you, is very confusing. I'm sure Zachary will be able to unpack some things with you, for better and under his breath, for worse. But as Galliard, you collect and share stories, and we celebrate the victories and the losses of us and teaching on to the next generation. And I'm hoping through time, when it gets to the point of these septs and other activities, that you'll step forward proud and confident and just just with a chest loud and proud, again, little great thing, but it's just little things. And I think that, especially with how the social aspect of your pack works, I think that's going to be your greatest strength.
Yeah, and that's actually been something I've been working on, so hopefully in the future it'll be more grand, more... She kind of gestures with her hands and giggles slightly and goes, more theatrical, more captivating. I'm working on it.
Yeah, with all that jazz, and he gestures wide, and he does a little, I don't know what you call the little stereotypical running Irish click at the heel sort of thing, but he does it in a standing position. It's a bit bizarre seeing somebody in his 50s and 60s doing that. Okay, maybe not quite like that. Shadow Lord Bonor, we've got different ways of doing things, but confidence. Awesome. You, Kenzie, can you just remind everybody who and what you are?
I'm a Ragabash of Clan Belnor.
And what else?
And a Krynos boy.
Right, okay. So why is it that you were the one that was taking on the Bane by yourself?
Well, simple. Had to trick the Wyrm. it was the Arun fighting, then, well, everyone expects the Arun to fight first.
That's the thing, you should have been expecting the Arun to fight first, and this goes to all of you action. He sort of paces a little bit. The organisation of your pack is a little wishy-washy. Like,
Nadia has this biggest, like, trying to suppress a grin at that.
Bonskate was like trying to teach you, with his experience, how things would work best with us being part wolf and all the rest of that. And from my understanding of things, you all totally ignored that in one way or another. Like, as I said, the way that you handled that, recognizing that one feeds into the other, great. You took that on board. A-star plus for all of you. But Kenzie, and I mean no disrespect, because I know we seem to be a fairly inclusive sept, but you kind of need to learn your place sometimes. You're 14. You're Krynospawn, Bonor, Ragabash. You could not be further down the pecking order if you tried. And I'm just a bit concerned that in the future that's going to come and bite you on the arse.
Of course, it was my fault. I got separated from my pack and only caught up the last minute.
I will, Ezra will actually interject at this point. No, it was my fault. They are part of our pack. We should not have left them behind.
Dolly will actually nod in agreement and go, we all bear some responsibility for what happened, and we will continue to work on it.
He looks surprised. Wow. He turns to his sept, the elders, and what's left over and behind him. I was not expecting that. Were you? He turns to Ponskate. Were you expecting this? And he just... Ponskate is still with stick in one hand and box in the other. Like, shakes his head, pulls a face. Right. Okay. So you can all speak up for when you all fail. So why did none of you speak up when Nadia spoke out against one of the elders?
I will actually do like a slight finger raise and go, for the same reason that you were reminding Kenzie of their supposed place. It's not our place to correct her when she's disrespecting an elder.
That would be true if there was a Philodox in your group. Now, interestingly, there is one for each Allspec here, except for the Philodox. So, more so than anyone else, it's sort of a group effort to uphold our laws and our order, so things don't go awry. So work on that. He, catches himself and just points at all of you. Because it's, contrary to certain belief, important. So, Nadia, you say you don't like hierarchy. Is that correct?
That is not what I said, no.
He just looks over and just mouths the words, "Stop now, please."
So, one of the two of you's lying. What did you say?
I said I don't believe in hierarchy. I'm an anarchist.
Okay. Right. Okay, so perhaps with a different mindset, view it like this. Maybe rather than treating it as someone as a leader, elder perhaps in the instance of someone with a bit more experience than you, trying to educate you the tools to better survive as a group. Because you wouldn't teach a 5-year-old kid to drive a car, would you?
No.
Okay. Well, don't believe whatever. You don't believe in hierarchy. That's fine. But I'm sure you're going to appreciate responsibility. And he takes a step back. We are well-known sept across the world for our various different deeds throughout the years. I'm not going to bore you with them. That's a conversation for a different time. But in the last few years, some of our relationships to a particular Caern up north, sorry, that's a bit unfair. When I say up north, I mean Canada, has been somewhat fractured. And I think with your particular talent pool, I think you're the ones that are to go and fix this. Kenzie, as you have been paying attention to the actions of your father throughout that night, when Hundo starts speaking this, you see the look on your father's face changes. He's, kind of stern looking, he has been for the last few years. When he's talking about this, his head darts over towards Hundo, and a face of fear covers his face. Hundo continues.
Oh, shit.
Now, I would be sending you there as soon as possible, but if it wasn't for the fact that half of you have got your first tribe moots going on, I feel somewhat obliged to let you adhere to that. So, on the 24th, you'll be all accessing one of our moon bridge here, and we'll be sending you to the White Wolf Pack in Canada. There, you are to convince the Sept there, which is a Sept full of... Yes, and Tamaska nods. Younger brother, that we are to be trusted, and that we haven't forgotten our old ways. You'll do whatever they ask of you, but all actions will be decided by you, Nadia. So you can argue, you can squabble, you can debate as much and as little as you want, but for this task, Nadia will be the one that makes that final decision. Understood?
Got it.
We'll see. Right. Now comes from the other part of our moot tonight, because I'm assuming that you're going to survive the activities of tonight, because today is the eve of the summer solstice and it's time for our great hunt. So, before we do that, I've almost forgot. Ponscape, if you just come forward a little bit, bring that thing with you. And he brings forward the little box, he flips up the right way round, and it's like a squidgy tube of paint sort of thing, and he dabs a little bit on his fingers. So, you've been able to walk around in the boots a little bit of your tribes, the packs. You've got the Pack Totem now. Black Unicorn. I was not expecting that one, but apparently Neptune has a spirit associated with it. I did not know that. Every day's a school day. Who should I get to come forward and nominate a deed name first? Actually, given what I just said, I should really go from quote-unquote leader. Ezra, step forward, please. As you're doing that, Ponscare squirts a bit of this black paint on their fingers and draws a series of symbols on your forehead. Ezra, Lupus Spawn, Arun, Children of Gaia, Claws and Cuddles is your deed name.
Nadia covers her mouth and is like, nope, do not laugh, do not laugh, do not laugh.
Yeah, no, Dolly just looks super proud of her.
Dolly, you step forward now, please.
As she's stepping forward, she'll actually pull her hair out of her face and tie it in a ponytail so her forehead's more exposed.
They wait, and again, similar but different finger painting on your forehead. Dolly Donahue, Homid, Galliard, Shadow Lord, flirts for Gaia.
Oh, she'll blink a little bit, but then she'll grin.
Hondo then sighs. Nadia, step forward, please.
He does.
Again, paint, forehead. Nadia, Alentova, Homid, Fierge, Glasswalker. Tears through the keys. And finally,
Cool.
Spotlight now puts on that little box on the ground in front of Kenzie. Sorry, step on the box, please.
Kenzie just does it. Just steps up on the box.
Now you're standing at the same height as practically everyone else here. And Ponscat doesn't have to bend down too much. Again, similar symbols on your head. Kenzie Sinclair. And Hundo smiles a little bit more than he has done with everybody else. Like, there's a bit more of a familial thing here, almost like the proud uncle sort of thing. Krynospawn, Ragabash, Bone Nora. Wears a man's skin. And that is wear as in you wear a coat. And you almost feel a closer purpose, you know, that sort of like tingly spiritual sensation that I've sort of described a little bit already. And you all go and look each other's face in your foreheads. You know a little bit about the glyphs of the Garou, the written language of the Garou, and what Ponskater has drawn on your foreheads is, from left to right, a weird amalgamation of all the different symbols representing your tribes, your breed form, and your auspice. And as you know, Ponskater gestures you to stand a little back. He begins to mumble and chant something beneath his breath. He's like screwing a little bit of paint back on, walking towards where that shopping cart was with the TV in it. I shall now probably explain to you what's going on here with the Great Hunt. On the eve of the summer solstice at midnight, and he looks at a broken watch on his wrist, which is not far from now. We are going to participate in a hunt and delivering a target of the Wyrm, kill it, and bring it to Gaia. It is a sacred rite that we all do every year. We do not know what this is going to be, and it is our right master, and he gestures towards Ponskater, who is now murmuring and chanting. He's looking deeply into that television screen. Our right master will sense a vision, will give us some direction of what we need to do, how we're going to be encountering it, and given the circumstances of things, he's going to turn to the rest of the pack behind him, no, the Sept behind him rather. I do think that this is something that you should experience before us. And I know from your interactions with Black Unicorn that you won't hesitate to jump at the bit, shall we say.
Yeah, I don't know how everyone else is reacting, but Dolly is just kind of giving Hundo her undivided attention, and as soon as he concludes that, she'll nod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Almost in time.
Nadia? Oh, sorry.
You first, sorry. Didn't realise you wanted to say something.
You all probably could see it on my face. No, oh, shit. I knocked for my king. That did not happen. I think she's kind of hard to get a read on, not because she's good at always hiding her emotions, but because she's going through so many so fast. The ADHD is on full display as something that she was like confusion to this. It's like trying to follow a lightning bolt across a wire.
I imagine it's quite a lot that you specifically have gone through tonight. But as you nod, say, verbalise whatever it is, in different points, it's after the last one, who I'm going to presume it's Nadia, the TV suddenly flicks on, you just hear the little bzzz, like the static that an old TV would make, which is unusual because it's not plugged into anything. And it catches everyone else's attention, and you just see like this static that is just rolling through the TV. Ponskater is just looking directly into it. He's even parted the hair on his wig, looking into the third eye, just staring into this. Even Spotlight was looking at the TV, which is probably the weirdest thing out of all of this, maybe. And this goes on for about a minute. Then the screen bursts, and Ponskater's like, "You're right." Hundo runs after him like as he nearly falls over. something terrible. Terrible how? Stonewall says, so much flesh. It's dark. Maniacal. Beneath us. In the sewers. Spotlight then steps forward, like stepping in front of Hundo now at this point. Whereabouts? I draw a map. He looks around for like something to write, and he finds like a napkin just like badly paint on. He looks towards the others. You are still my charges. We're doing this together.
I would just say that, for lack of a better phrasing, Dolly is locked in.
All right.
And she'll actually, not entirely break off from the group, but kind of like lightly gesture for them to come to. Because she wants to get closer and see what Pond Skater's putting down on the napkin.
You sort of step forward a little bit, and he's sort of like scribbling with a finger sort of thing. It looks like he's completing Pond Skater, like sort of snatches it from the ground. He has a look of it. He holds it up to his face and hands it towards you.
Me specifically?
Yes.
Alright, I'll take it and I'll try my best to interpret what's there.
Sure, give me wits and enigmas.
Wits and enigmas. That's gonna be, I'm assuming you're putting a standard difficulty, but I don't have any dots in enigmas, so that'll be difficulty 8.
Yes.
I am gonna burn my 3rd dot of willpower for this session.
All good things come in threes.
That was a very good idea. 2 successes.
You mean it's and rushed paint maps go on napkins. This is fairly neat. It's fairly simple. It's quite simplistic. But as Pond Skating is like rapid, murmured, like drawing things out, recording the visions that he had. You just have a rectangle and then like a little dot not that far. Maybe it makes you feel better, makes you feel a bit worse, but this horror is directly beneath you.
I'll kind of click my tongue slightly and go, yeah, that's concerning.
Can I take a picture of that?
You want to take a picture of it?
Yep.
She'll hold up the napkin for you to take a picture of. Sure.
Thank you. Quick.
I'm assuming you're working some kind of magic over there.
She's honestly, she's taken that and she's going to there's no Wi-Fi here, is there?
Probably not from where you are now. If you're closer towards the Belvedere Castle, but this doesn't look like the sort of time where you have the luxury to waltz on over there.
No. No, that's fine. She puts her phone on hotspot mode, gets out her computer, and starts. She's gonna do an image search. She's gonna try to find something.
What is it that you're looking for?
Blueprints.
Okay. Now, I don't know how... okay, I'll do this at with your internet thing... It's specifically hacking, isn't it, with the difficulties decreased, isn't it? It's not just generic internet searches.
I have a computer aptitude. It is for all things computers, including repairing them, using them, whatever.
Okay, Alright, so...
Hacking is my specialty.
Yeah, okay, I just misremembered that. Okay, so I'm going to say intelligence and computers, difficulty 4. Actually, no, I'm going to redo that, actually. I'm not even going to make you roll for that, because I'd imagine being central part what it is, I'm sure they're somewhere easily accessible, like the old blueprints of what it looked like throughout the year sort of thing. Because rolling at difficulty 2, like, there's no point at that point. You're able to find, like, blueprints and layouts of things, and, like, get, like, a decent layer of the sewer network things. Mostly quite complex labyrinth of a thing. But you're able to like try and locate the best you can to where you are, and like right beneath you it seems fairly straightforward, like single file sort of thing, but then it's like tarts off into like a real maze of things.
All right. She just kind of takes that. She again takes another picture, so she has it on her phone. And she kind of smiles like, Matt.
Good. Then there's no time like the present. And he immediately shifts into Lupus and just darts off, charging through the kinfolk, who, like, step out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Kenzie's running right behind him.
I would actually love to ship to Lupus as well and follow.
That sounds like a good idea. So anybody who wants to do that, with the exception of Ezra, who may do that anyway, you get to do this automatically. Yeah, give me stamina and primal urge, Dolly. And as we've ascertained a couple, it's not like a one-off roll. You just keep rolling it until you get over there, basically.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to need 4 successes.
Mm-hmm. Is Kenzie and or Nadia shifting, or are you literally just going to run in your Homid forms?
I'm going to be shifting to Hispo, actually.
Alright, you make the required rolls to go over that for me, please.
Yep, I did.
Okay.
I am actually going to change my mind and go Hispo as well. So that's less successes. So I got 2 on my first roll.
Okay.
Just need 1 more.
Yep, and what's Nadia
I got
doing?
Oh, gosh. Okay, she's really bad at this. She's gonna... She doesn't think she could... If she thinks that she tries to shift all the way to that, everyone's gonna be waiting for her for a long time, everyone's gonna be annoyed. So she's just gonna try to go to Glabro and hope that's enough. Because...
Glabro or Hispo? Glabro being like the near...
Glabro.
Okay, so the near man, so not quite Krynos, okay.
I'm way better at that stuff than the wolf stuff. I think, hopefully. Oh, that's 2 successes.
Cool. So you're jogging over...
I don't know how many I need, so...
You just need 1 to go to Glob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Difficulty 7, I believe that one is.
Yep, that's on my sheet.
Cool. Yeah, so everyone in some degree of wolf, with the exception of the suspected odd one out, you all get there before Nadia does, and Spotlight is just sort of like waiting at this manhole cover just on the other side of this gate. Not obviously hopping over just yet, like waiting for someone to do something. He impatiently growls.
Nadia will run up and try to remove the thing, because she still has hands and no one else does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he does.
Nadia's doing that.
Spotlight doesn't even wait for you to get it over. Probably the moment there's a gap, he's burrowing and just pushing it out of the way with his head and practically knocking it out of your hands. And he's like down there like a spider through a plug hole.
I'll kill-
As soon as it's over.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
No, you've been trying to say it for a fat 30 seconds now. Go for it.
Alright, I'll say as soon as the hole opens, Kenzie's actually going to activate the Scent of Running Water gift.
Oh.
So any difficulty, so anyone trying to track Kenzie now is going to have +2 difficulty trying to perceive them or track them, as they leave behind no scent, as they jump into the manhole as well.
Isn't that gift on automatically?
Yes, it is.
As in, like, that's...
It's an innate ability to any Garou who learns it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you'd have... What I'm trying to get is that in order for... You typically have to turn it off rather than turn it on, is what I'm saying. But that's good to know, at least regardless for me, because I actually forgot that you had that. I presume you're all getting down there, jumping... Sorry, you wanted to say something, Dolly, yeah.
Yeah, I was also trying to activate a gift.
Ooh.
I would love to roll stamina and empathy to activate Call of the Wyld.
Ooh.
Okay. Do that
And
for me, then.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in the description that reads for a difficulty check, so I'm assuming it's standard.
It's a gift, isn't it, rather than a right, isn't it? Call of the Wild.
Yeah.
Just come glistering through my notes here. I don't see. The gifts can be used in concert with the standard howls, page 45 to 40. Okay, so what's the howl in question here? Because I'm presuming you're wanting.
Go ahead.
You first, as I try and find the thing that I'm looking for.
Yeah, it specifically says the werewolf may send her howl far beyond a normal range of hearing and imbue it with great emotion, stirring the hearts of fellow Garou and chilling the bones of all others.
Hmm. Yes, that would be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? Just to basically give everyone like a fucking warning that we're coming for you. I'm not seeing any. Okay, at this point in the tunnel and knowing what I know, I'm going to say that's going to be difficulty 7.
Cool. Yeah, I rolled an 8, a 9, and a 10, so I think that'll do it.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
Also, don't mind me, I'm coughing and hacking and muting my microphone while I do that.
Okay.
No problem.
Cool. As you all leap down there and you describe the nature of this howl, what, like, I mean, I know you just read it out, but like, on kind of a role plays narrative sort of sense, like, what is it that Dolly does as she's like hopping down there?
So, for the Garou half of this little fighting party, she's already feeling pretty excited from receiving her deed name and getting recognition for the hard work that she and the rest of the pack have been putting in. So she wants to continue the good vibes of that and instill like excitement and joy at the hunt for the Garou.
Yes, I like that.
For our for our little foe downstairs, not only should it be very afraid, it should have never came here in the first place. We're coming for
Nice.
it. It should be terrified.
I like that a lot. Just trying to think what sort of the different howls that would best represent. Oh, it's probably a mixture of different things, isn't it? With nuances of homid and all the rest of that. Well, as you all immediately jump down and you hear this little cry, howl, roar, whatever it is that you want to describe it, in the dark, and you hear a load of scurrying rats that immediately fuck off and like crow into every little crevice that they can find. Some of them go into like the streaming waters below. You almost hear like laughter in the distance that becomes like that hides in the darkness around you. With the spotlight turns, who's patiently waiting for everyone to join in with the cry and like seeing where the sound come from. Even though as a wall there isn't really much of a smile, but you can sense like from something about him that he approves. Not that he has thumbs, but you know. He then looks at Ezra and gestures with his head, i.e., this is your pack, you lead.
Okay. And I'm going just to start simply by trying to smell it and see if I can't track it down.
Awesome. Give me a perception and... Actually, no, I think this is... Yeah, wits and primal urge. Whereas the primal urge is all the wolfy stuff and...
Yeah. And because you are in lupus, you do get -2 difficulty as well for perception checks in this manner.
That would be a difficulty of 5.
Okay.
Would it be reasonable to say that I have the rifle that, one of the rifles that I was not, that I still got from the hunters?
How would you be carrying it around?
Backpack.
Because I don't know guns, would it be feasible to put it in there like some way or
I have
somehow?
no clue.
You
I don't
can
know guns at
actually
all.
You can actually disassemble quite a few of them, but you'd have to assemble it before you could use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because depending on what the rifle is, it would not fit in a standard backpack unless you had to specialized tools to break it down first, because it's quite complex and quite bulky.
Pistol it is.
Okay.
Didn't we also pick up a couple of pistols too, though?
I do. Yeah, no. We got a pistol from the guy who got behanded.
Hmm.
That might be more realistic for Nadia.
Yeah.
Oh, she has that on her all the time. It is just under her jacket.
Okay.
I just figured I would ask because I have no idea. I don't know anything about guns.
That's fair. So we'll say that you have the pistol on your person rather than the rifle. That's probably like stored somewhere as something a bit. Well, this is very. You weren't expecting this. I didn't think you would have brought this with you in pieces or otherwise. Okay. And when you say that the pistol was on you, you said like you said it was underneath your jacket, like a little holster thing, or.
I mean, she probably got a holster eventually. She
Mm-hmm.
particularly wanted to get something that would make it so that it would not be noticeable under her jacket.
Yeah.
Because this is. She definitely does not have a license for this.
Yeah, as I expected. As this is probably the first time that you have done this with this, you. Perhaps in this little moment while Ezra just stops to sniff the air and whatever it is that she's, wolfing about, that gun, which I'm going to presume at some point you have done like the writer dedicated talisman on, so that if you were to go into the penumbra with it, it would go with you, and also if you would shift about, it would shift with you. That gun, in a sense, has disappeared in that it's now become a tattoo on your side.
It's no, fucking shift back, I guess. Right. Rumbling.
Oh, you're in Glabro, aren't you, rather than Lupus, aren't you? Okay, then ignore that. It's still on your side. You can still use the gun. Okay, sorry, I forgot you weren't the only one that weren't in Wolf Lupus form.
I can't fight like that.
No, you can't. No, well, you can, but yeah, I just forgot. That thing about the tattoo on the side, by the way, is legit. Like, if you've got weapons on you and you have that dedicated, that shifts and becomes like a tattoo on your side. So yeah, anyway, you have a pistol. That's a bit bulkier now. What did you get, Ezra?
Alright, so I did decide I wanted to use a willpower before I rolled, so just making that clear. Mm-hmm. And it's a good thing I did, because I got no successes on that aside from the willpower.
You have a pretty good idea. This place stinks to fucking high heaven. Shit, piss, maybe some blood, God knows what else you're probably stepping in at the moment. Like, you can't get your bearings at all. I can make you roll it again, but just up the difficulty for it if you need a bit of extra time.
I will say, want me to take a look?
Yeah, Kenzie will also nod their head towards Ezra, ask for permission almost, as well.
Yeah, if you're able to smell it faster than me, go right on ahead.
So Ezra gives the pack leader at present the nod ahead. So, for those who are smelling with their wolfy noses, that would be wits and primal urge.
Alright, so I'm in his boat, the difficulty goes down by 1, so let's roll. I fucking failed too, goddamn it!
Wow, this almost smells like home for you, Kenzie.
Wow.
Are the rest of us rolling as well?
If you want to.
Remind me of the roll one more time. I'm sorry.
That's alright. Wits and primal urge.
Oh, fun.
I will say, I'm not going to track. I'm going to investigate. I'm not a tracker. I don't know how to track shit. So, she figures things like this will leave signs of its movements. So she can be looking for that.
Okay. Same roll for me, please.
Is that actually something I could try instead? Because I don't have any dots in Primal Urge, but I do have dots in Investigation.
Yeah, sure. You're just wanting to look around, by all means.
Yeah. Alright, that is going to be 2 successes for me. Would have been 3, but I rolled a 1.
So I'm doing perception and investigation?
Well, as you were saying, tracking movements and such, I was going to include primal urge still.
Yeah,
Just
I'm not looking for movements. I'm looking for signs on the walls of previous movement. Nadia doesn't have any instincts for that shit. She wouldn't even bother listening to them.
Right. Okay. Enigmas, I guess. As it's sort of like a puzzle trying to work shit out on walls or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, what's the difficulty?
7.
Well, unfortunately, that's only one success.
Okay. Cool. What did Dolly get? So you got
2 successes.
you got 2, and well, you, Nadia, can sense perhaps when you just putting your hand on the wall, maybe just look around the corner, sort of thing, that the wall that you're touching is a bit sticky.
Yeah.
And you, Dolly, you have some sense that there is the smell of blood.
Oh boy. I'll kind of look at Ezra with a concerned but differential look. Ezra?
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna try and sniff it out again, because I don't really know how else to proceed if we don't know where to go.
Yeah, sure. Well, you have a bit of direction, I guess, all communicating in like different wall stuff. I'll allow you to do that one more time. I'll do that as a diff 6, as you have a bit more support now, I suppose. And don't worry, I'm not going to leave you totally in the dark. There's part of the reason why I threw a spotlight down here.
There we go. That's much better. Okay.
We're great at tracking everybody.
Is that 3?
Yes.
Cool, 3 for thee. It takes a moment. It makes sense of the narrative. Things like it stinks, it's unpleasant, it's wet. Some of you've now worked out it's a wee bit sticky. Perhaps emphasis on the wee. You're not quite too sure at this time. Maybe it's best not to think about that. But Ezra eventually, at some point, does sort of lock in, picks up the scent of the blood, and you know that you have to go a right and then down.
Okay. I go ahead and gesture the others to follow, and I go ahead and dart forward.
Cool.
And I will follow in behind.
And I'll follow behind too.
Awesome. Spotlight is running, so I'm presuming that you're all running too.
Yeah, gotta keep up with the guy.
Help.
Nadia, obviously you being in Glabra are lagging behind a little bit. Are you going to stay with Glabra or are you going to shift?
Nope. Not gonna shift. Gonna keep going.
Okay. Dex and athletics for me, please.
Cool. I don't have athletics.
Then you're just rolling Dex.
Yep. Difficulty?
7.
Cool. So, that's no successes.
Okay.
I've gotten
It's very-
along with every single roll today. Every single one.
You're trying to keep up and you run and you slip and fall over.
I'll kind of let out a short growl to Ezra to let her know that Nadia's lagging behind.
Mm.
You know what? Go
ahead.
No, go ahead, Kenzie.
Henzi will run over looking even a bit annoyed at Hispo form as they just gesture to their back using their head. It's like try like growl slightly, like just growls ever so slightly while gesturing to their back constantly using their head.
I'm really bad. Unfortunately, my character is autistic and is really bad at interpreting shit, but I assume I could figure that out, right? That's obvious enough.
Yeah, basically it's going to say, get on my back, please. This is embarrassing.
And I'll say if Nadia can't figure it out, Dolly will head over, gently pick her up by like the scruff of her neck, and then put her onto Kenzie's back.
I don't have
Up to you. You kind of do when you're in Glabro form, though.
I don't like to think about that. Alright, she will get on and just kind of hold on and be like, all right, yeah, no, this is not my thing. She knows this.
Then Genzi will proceed to go catch up with the rest of the pack.
Oh, no,
Not
that's...
down the-
No, Kenzie, that's why I growled at Ezra to stop. I didn't want to leave her behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess we're probably a little ahead because Kenzi had to go back and pick Nadia and get on their back.
Yeah, but not very far ahead is what I'm trying to communicate to you.
I know, but yeah, they'll give a growl that everything's all right, and they're ready to go.
Okay.
Alright, let's go.
When you catch up, Ezra, who I presume is closest to Spotlight, Ezra is obviously, as I say, closest, will probably notice this straight away. Spotlight is growling the whole time. He's not happy with any of this. And when he sees the one being hoisted up onto the other, that just picks up in volume until you can all hear that reverberate through the tunnel. And then when you get close enough, he's going to run off.
All right. Well.
Yeah, we'll follow.
Yeah, let's follow.
All running with Glabro on back. Spotlight will slow down a little bit, just so that it can let you, Ezra, lead rather than taking over. Presuming you let him do that, and you are the one that's at cool. I didn't want to presume, of course. You're all running along. Going down this little slippery path, and I'm not going to make you roll for it at this point. You have a bit more of a firmer footing. That smell of blood just gets stronger, and it's easier for all of you to locate, even those who aren't in their wolf-related forms. But there's a little scene that happens to your right that catches your eye. There are two people who are running. One is running away on one side, and another one is running after them at a much faster pace than the other. Jumps on them and tears their head off and throws it in this running water. Spotlight does not stop to pay much attention to this. He is just running.
Yeah.
Can I actually try and catch Spotlight's attention to see if I can get him to take notice of this?
Sure. How do you go about doing it?
I just kind of make a quick short bark as if to try and make him aware. Don't get ahead of yourself. There's something back here that probably requires our attention.
Yeah, sure. He probably understands that much better than he would understand English. He almost digs his heels into putting on the brakes sort of, and he stops. Now, as you barked, everybody in this particular vicinity would hear that. He turned, and the person who has just beheaded somebody just turns to face. You're all able to see, because it's from my understanding of how this works down here, very basic. There are little lights that guides people on their way, for maintenance work or whatever. You're able to see that this person who's now standing beneath the light is a woman of mixed race. She's wearing this very tight tank top, short black hair. Some of it's sort of done up just to keep it out of her face, sort of thing. Very stern face. She has one arm, which is probably the really interesting thing about all of this. She's wearing these combat boots and khaki pants, sort of things. She looks startled by the bark that's just happened, and when she looks over, Ezra, you're probably the one who notices this because you're closest again. When Spotlight and her eyes meet, Spotlight growls menacingly, and it's from you and the other loopers who are present. It's a very fuck off, this is our hunt. The woman
I'll actually look towards Nadia to see if since she's the only one who has proper human vocal cords at the moment.
Oh gosh. Nadia having no idea what is being communicated right now. She's got a body language, just kind of oh gosh. I think she's kind of taps not Ezra. It's not Ezra. Kenzie just kind of lets herself down and just kind of asks, hey, what are you doing here?
Hunting vampires, sweet cheeks. We've been after this lot for the last 3 moons.
Oh, there's a vampire down here. How many?
Enough for the pair of us. You lot and our lot. If you're willing to work together. Spotlight growls much louder now and he takes a step forward. Oh hey, Spotlight, don't think I've forgotten you. Rusted Claw sends his regards and she runs off.
Wait, no. As soon as Kenzie hears that, they will growl as loud as Spotlight right afterwards, and they are pissed off as they hear that name.
Hey,
Yeah,
Kenzie. Hey, Kenzie. Can you make me a cheeky little
Yeah?
rage check, please?
I absolutely can! What's
Awesome!
difficulty?
Oh, that's a good question. It's going to be difficulty 7 because we're still under a Fierge crescent moon. Yes, Dolly, what were you saying?
I wanted to see if I could intervene and make them stop in their tracks, like leap in front of them or something.
Absolutely. Give me a Dex and Athletics, please.
Yay! Dex is gonna be 5. Athletics
I
is
only
2.
got 2 successes, so I don't go into a frenzy, but Kenzie is feeling pissed.
Okay. So yeah, you're not going to frenzy, which is good. You know, but obviously you are very fucking... You recognise that name. You know, just from the association. This is the name that your dad mentioned. This is not good news. But I'm going to give you an extra point of temporary rage as well because, you know, just how rooted this is in your core.
That's my 10th rage then for me, goddamn.
Also, I rolled 4 successes on that check, so
She begins with the 2 wolves growling. She just begins to laugh, but as she begins to run away, you are easily on the other side of her, just stopping her in our tracks. Like, oh, this is fun.
You know what? Kent's gonna, with this opportunity, actually switch to Krenos form. And in just the most guttural sounding noise go, "Hurt! Father!" And just growl afterwards.
At that point, it's like, that I understood, thanks.
What was that, sorry?
Nadia just points at them and is like, that I understood, thanks.
Ah, right. The individual is going to burst out in her Krynos form and will just responding back, boo, fucking who? And Dolly, can you roll for me Dex and Athletics for me, please?
sure.
If I need to roll another rage check if she says that.
Do that for me, please, sweetheart.
Absolutely!
Yeah, that'll be another 4 successes. I'm on a roll right now. This is a pretty decently high dice pool for me, though.
It is. This is also a high pull for this character here because they rolled 6 successes. Because what they did, they're just going to basically tackle and push you into the flowing water. What did you get, Kenzie?
2 successes, but they are still pissed off.
Okay.
If they want to try and jump the gap and tackle them.
Okay, they're a bit... Okay, we're going to do this as 2 rolls to see if you get over that in one piece and then we'll do the tackle. Give me Dex and Athletics, please.
Absolutely.
Meantime, I'm gonna make sure to get Dolly out of the water.
Okay. If you want to do
Three
a
successes.
Strength and Dex and Athletics. What was that, Kenzie?
3 successes of jump.
Okay, so now do that just to prove that you have successfully landed. Now give me the to tackle roll. See if you actually get to them in time.
Alright. Strength brawl or dex brawl?
Excuse me.
I'm going to go with Dex Brawl in this instance because you're going with speed, like to get to them as quick as you can.
Oh, thank God Black Unicorn is our totem, so I get another dotted brawl then.
I'll put a pause in that because I'm going to treat all of that differently because it's like a whole shared pool thing, which, sorry to be a bit of a cockblot with that, but it also depends on how much...
Get it.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Right,
yes.
don't do this.
That's going to be Diff 6, I think.
Alright, I don't think my dirty fighting specialty would apply here.
Unfortunately not, no. Not quite. Almost there.
That's fine. 2 successes.
Yeah, that's 5 successes for her, unfortunately. Like, you're just of a breath's hair, and she, like, begins this sort of, like, slide down, like, this water slide, like, into the abyss sort of thing, just sort of, like, howling. Almost with laughter. A Cryonospawn, well, Garou in the war form, I should say, is unable to really laugh, but you can't impress that she's, like, howling and snapping at you mockingly.
Yeah. In turn, Kenzie will just growl off into the distance like a roar of hatred in the distance.
I did get 2 successes to pull Dolly out.
It's a struggle, because, you know, Wolf pulling Krynos is a lot bigger. So was Dolly in Krynos or Lupus? I can't remember, sorry.
No, I was in Hispo, actually.
Hispo, that was it. So yeah, smaller wolf, bigger wolf. It takes a while, and obviously she's obviously going to be helping the best that he can, but you are able to, it just takes a while. So I presume you'll
I'll just shake off my coat and kind of wait for Ezra to give her directive.
We gotta keep going, because especially since it seems like there's something else here. So.
Hey, I definitely want to hear about that later.
And Nadia, before you get a chance to, like, do anything else, Dolly is practically pulling you onto her back this time, so we don't have a repeat of last time.
You fell in the water, didn't you?
Yep, she doesn't care. We got a job to do.
Okay. Lord, do I need to roll anything to not puke?
I mean, didn't you already fall in the water yourself?
No, I did not fall in the water. I slipped and fell on the sidewalk part.
Yeah, so you got a little bit on you, but it's not quite like shit water coated. If you feel that you would be that repulsed by what's going on, you think it would be a natural reaction to throw up, yeah, by all means, roll your willpower for me.
Oh, okay, willpower. Sure, I'm actually pretty good at that.
Difficulty 8.
Yeah. So, with that, are we doing the thing where you can get an auto success if you have as many dice as the thing?
Not in this instance.
Cool.
You also can't spend a willpower to roll willpower either, so good luck.
Yeah.
Well, 2 successes.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough, unfortunately. Like, you get hoisted up.
Oh, gosh.
Spotlight growls disappointingly, turns, begins to walk, and then hurries off again.
Yeah, I'm following Ezra's lead, so...
Same here.
Yeah,
a
let's keep
lot
going.
more conviction now on Kenzie's end.
Again, you run, manoeuvring from awkwardly placed paths down a weird labyrinth of pipes and crossroads. The smell of blood gets stronger. It feels dirtier, it feels grimy, not just on the surfaces around you, but the air itself, like... leaving the safe sanctums of Gaia, almost. It just becomes vile, it's twisted, the ground starts to become wetty and slimy because it's humid and it's hot and you're walking along piss-coated paths. The shit becomes flesh, piss becomes bone, and at some point you take a look down this great height and sitting in a throne of bones and God knows what else is a fat, grotesque, slimy pig looking of a creature eating people, laughing and clattering itself loudly in its little sanctum with a pool of crocodiles at its base. Oh, lovely stuff. More lost children in the night. Enough for Pixie here, enough for all my little babies. One for Dottie, one for Lottie, and one for Daisy, because she's a fat fuck. And he pushes, and this child falls in, and the crocodiles just tear and rip at whatever that's just been pushed in, not giving it much time to scream because it just splashes about, and the shitty water turns an extra shade of crimson as this naked, fat, pointy-eared, pig-looking thing is just rubbing its little hoof-like digits together.
Ooh, I will say seeing the people getting eaten will kind of bring Dolly back to the night of her first change. She does not like
Did you
what
just
she's
say it
doing.
was a kid that was eaten as well?
I did.
Okay, yeah, that pisses me off.
Yeah, we're both pissed off at that.
I think Nadia just does tap Dolly. She's like, okay, let me down. I'm going to get some cover and cover you all.
She's not listening to you. I think this might be a rage check for me.
Yeah, can two of our wolf galleys make their rage checks? So Ezra and Dolly, what's Kenzie feeling about all of this?
They fucking hate Baines with a passion for a very obvious reason. So seeing this would also piss them the fuck off.
Yeah, and I'm rolling with 10 dice, so wish me luck.
Give me a cheeky little
Yeah,
rage
roll
check,
a
please,
two.
Kenzie.
Absolutely.
Let's see. That is. Oh, thank fuck. That is 4 successes again.
Three
Okay,
successes.
3 successes,
Oh,
4
storyteller.
and what did
Oh,
Kenzie
no.
get?
I am raging.
By how much?
I thankfully not Thrall the Wyrm.
So you rolled 4 successes, I take it?
I think it's 4 to 6 is regular, I believe.
Yeah, one of the two. And I think that's a really dramatic place to call the session, if I'm being totally honest with you.
Sweet.
Yep, a lot of really fun, spicy stuff as happened this session, from the good, the bad, and what I presume is going to be the ungodly holy. I did say that I was going to sort out the totem stuff now, but knowing the time that it is now, we're going to do that off screen, and then we'll reconvene in the next session on what the pack decided to do regarding the building of their tote pack. We had a little bit of a tease already from Kenzie, but I'll explain to them or the pack outside of game, and as I said, we'll talk about it next time, as we'll see what 2 frenzying Garou are going to do, and whatever the fuck this thing down here is below. So don't forget to give a cheeky little like, share and subscribe and all that fun YouTube shenanigans, and tune in next time when we'll find out just exactly what is going on down here, how this bloodied wolf pack is playing into things, and so much drama, I'm sure. And until next time, farewell.